Hello, little ones. Would you like to hear a story? I've got one for you. From Rolling with Remix. Long ago, the land of Irion was a land of plenty, and many wanted to lay claim to its riches. When those who lived in Irion could no longer agree on who held what, civil war broke out across the entire realm, until the kobolds, in desperation to keep their kingdom afloat, summoned the dark and terrible Dragotha. The great dragon cared not for the alliances constantly made and broken across Irion, and razed many of its great cities to the ground, until a last desperate alliance finally slew the titanic worm. With no one in any shape to continue the fight, an armistice was reached, and the Great War ended. But tensions were still on the rise. 30 years later, a ragtag group of adventurers, who met at a harvest festival and joined forces to look for the missing mentor of one of their band, were hired by a mysterious old man to travel to the great city-states of Irion and perform acts of heroism that those in power would not approve of. But those same acts served to heighten tensions across the land, and the old man, secretly a scheming mind flayer, revealed that once more Irion had fallen into a great civil war. Now, with militaries and dark powers on the rise, our heroes gather their forces in hopes of saving what they can before Irion once more falls into ruin. Momo, the Aarakocra cleric.
You're my friend. You're my family. And I'll protect you at all costs.
Corellian, the kobold paladin.
I will not make the same mistakes again.
Malifan, the half-elf rogue.
I won't stand idle. Not while people's lives are at stake.
Oh, this should be fun.
Quintessa, the human fighter.
You shouldn't be surprised. Everyone is out for themselves in the end.
And Scam Likely, the goblin artificer.
There are three constants: death, taxes, and my ability to dodge both.
Unprepared though they might be, our heroes find themselves at the front lines of a great battle to save the fallen empires. Last time on Rolling with Remix, Fallen Empires. The Oread beat a retreat, and our heroes, gravely wounded, decided to follow their example, if not their exact direction, and leave Ashranalora before the elves discovered what they had done. As they got back onto the trade road, they once again saw Ekthrois Strain, the cybernetic plague lord who they had previously encountered at Port Miranda. Although, seeing how bedraggled the heroes looked, she seemed to be disinterested in fighting them and wished them on their way, despite Malifane's insistence on using her to find Gruvan Gorewalker. When Ekthrois asked why, Malifane countered with a question of his own, what she knew of Azalea Lythos. Ekthrois was confused, knowing nothing of that name. And eventually, the heroes backed off, and she and her Plague Lord retinue moved on. A confrontation with the Plague Lord who had been on orders to kill Corellian's wife, avoided. Eventually, our party, on the brink of exhaustion, rested. And Momo admitted his fears to Corellian about his reluctance to use magic and how destructive it could be, while Corellian reassured him that magic was merely a tool, and it was only as destructive as those who wielded it decided it to be. While Quintessa apologized for the Shadar Kai attack, and shared how she was homeless for a time before being taken in by a Shadar Kai different from the ones they had met, named Raeldrim Nixit, who ended up using her for crimes, including stealing, and they had parted ways. The apology was heard, though the level of acceptance was mixed amongst the party. On the second day of their travel, they ran into the Fey Lady that had split Malifane and Esgal, who goaded Malifane into anger until he attacked her, thus spilling her blood and apparently finishing a ritual she was preparing to unleash violent red caps onto the world. The ones that attacked the party were dealt with easily enough, but surely there were going to be more. As they rested that night, Solana contacted Momo using Sending, asking where Ravanala was, and in a panic, Momo admitted part of the truth, that they thought she was somewhere in the Astral Sea. Solana acknowledged the reply, and then there was silence, and in the morning Momo confessed while the heroes thanked their lucky stars that Momo did not say they were the ones that sent her there. Back at Baton-Rance Hall, Lord Stormkirk happened to be there, questioning why Quintessa had abandoned her post, without trying to get anyone to fill in the librarian position. But when they mentioned the war, he gestured all of them into the war room, had them explain everything, and offered some version of his support. After all, he could hardly obtain a seat of power in Irion if it was tearing itself apart. After discussing all their possible options, our heroes decided that their highest priority would be finding Dragatha's lair, which Scam had once discovered. Momo cast legend lore in an attempt to find out where it might be, learning that the people of the stars had made their home somewhere on Irion, and that the Dragon of Destruction now lay there. Hurrying to the library and cross-referencing everything they could about the people of the stars, they found out that such a phrase referred to the Anunnaki, who were not from Irion, and, some believed, not even from this world. There were references to the Anunnaki among the Swarm and the Thri-Kreen, the former of whom liked to gather around places held sacred by the people of the stars, and triangulating all of that information, they managed to find where Dragatha's lair was likely to be. After sharing some more information that could be useful, mostly about the author and mad prophet Geisel, and his connection to the Old Voice, our heroes decided it would be wise to set off for Dragatha's lair. But not before, as Scam recommended, making a stop by Port Miranda to talk to his ex? Who is Scam Likely's ex? Will they be helpful on the journey to Dragatha's lair? And can they really be prepared for sieging the lair of a dragon, even a dead one? Find out on tonight's episode of Rolling with Remix, Fallen Empires.
Hello and welcome to Fallen Empires, the show where, hey, we have a Twitch integration now, and if you're watching us on YouTube, that means absolutely nothing to you. Even if you're watching us on Twitch, who knows, that still might mean absolutely nothing to you. I am your host, your Dungeon Master, Alex, and with me as always, we've got my lovely casting crew. We have Atlas.
Stay hydrated.
We have Scott.
I didn't prepare an intro today, but have you seen that overlay? It's really nice.
We have Jojo.
Jojo dropped. There's Jojo.
The timing of that.
Oh my god, that timing.
Jojo, quick, say something witty for your intro.
Letterkenny.
Perfect. We have Queen.
Bitch, in my house we eat cheddar white popcorn.
And we have Xander.
Hi, folks. Scam Likely here to tell you about Raid Shadow Legends.
No.
No!
Jesus Christ.
Oh, fuck!
Now
when-
we're gonna get sued for sponsoring a non-sponsor.
When last we left our heroes, they had spent some time doing a whole lot of cross-referencing, thanks to Momo's casting of legend lore and knowledge of the people of the sky, and they believe they know where Dragatha's lair is, if they should so choose to head in that direction. In the meantime, though, there's the rest of Baton-Rance Hall to look over, see if anything needs talking to, or upgrading, or fixing, and what have you. I believe everyone was in the library except for Malifane, who was completely passed out due to exhaustion and depression.
Yeah. Oh, right. Thanks for reminding me.
Scott, fucking don't.
And yeah, we just fucking poured over a bunch of books, didn't we?
Yeah, a whole lot. It is now early afternoon.
Day in the life for me.
I am a genius.
Yep. And then there was silence.
I genuinely...
The joke here, audience, is that Scott's pretending to be asleep on his webcam. Yes, we're continuing this bit from last session.
I can't remember where we left off is the problem.
We just discovered Dragatha's lair.
You, did that,
So
basically.
just fresh.
Or should I say, rediscovered Dragatha's lair.
Well,
Well, this is quite good. We need to make sure we're prepared first.
Yeah, I don't exactly remember the full extent of my last endeavor out there, other than the actual being there was not the most fun of times. So yeah, as I've said before, if we had all planned to go to Dragatha's lair, mount like an expedition or what have you, it'll probably behoove us to first go to Port Miranda and stock up on some expeditionary supplies before using Mawthorn as a base camp and then launching from there. And if we're going to Port Miranda, like I said, we might want to talk to my ex as well, so we'll see how that one goes.
Oh yes, the ex. Is there anything you can tell us about her?
I'd rather not.
Alright, well,
Are we going to be put in a life-threatening situation by this ex, or is it just you?
I think I'm the only one at direct risk.
Is she big or small?
Wow.
Wow, Quintessa, that's just rude.
Alright, I'm not the tallest human. I need to know to be prepared.
She's not human. Don't worry about it.
Alright. Then what is she?
I don't know, Quint, are you telling me that someone of my stature could get with someone of your stature? Because if so, I'm on board. But,
It's not that difficult.
No,
okay, well,
I don't judge.
we are of similar height, if it concerns you. Yeah.
Alright. Okay, well, when should we leave?
I feel like you have a lot to talk about with your fiancé, and also we need to figure that out as a group, I would assume. And also, I assume that also Momo's gonna want to do that same magical fuckery with something involving this underwater city you people were talking about last night as well. In which case, I could also do more poring over books if it helps narrow down a potential lost city location. Really, I'm down for whatever. Economically speaking, I think going to the Dragon Cave of Wonders might be beneficial to the long run. The longevity of our, plans, if you want to call them that.
No, I can believe it.
Yeah, income has definitely been a bit dry since the war started.
No, I'm sorry. I need to fashion a neck brace for myself, given the whiplash over the fact that I'm agreeing with you, Quintessa. What the fuck?
I'm not that.
Are you only just a raging, pain in my ass when you're out in the world, and when you're home you're chill, or is it some kind of is it like a balance? Like the forces of nature have to maintain an equilibrium of your behavior at certain times. Sometimes when it's out of whack, genocide happens.
Well,
is that how that works?
I suppose I am more in my element when I'm working, such as in here.
I'm angry that I can respect what you just said. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah, that's fine. But yes, if it helps, I will speak to Malafane when he's a bit more recovered.
Yeah, he needs sleep.
Mm-hmm.
He put himself in that situation.
Oh,
yeah, he did. His mistake, his consequences.
Yeah. Does have that bravado to him.
So, you married the two men? Sorry, I've been holding that one in for a few days now. I need clarification.
Oh, right.
Well, technically yes and technically no. They are technically the same person.
I am confused, lost, and in no small part aroused by this line of inquiry.
Yes, and clearly so was I to want to date both of them. No.
Hey, up top! Yeah!
So, basically, Malafane, I will say suffered, personal trauma, so to speak, when he was younger, which separated, his personality into another individual called Eskull. And Eskull will only appear when it's darkness, basically. But recently, Apparently, Escal has made a deal with a Fey woman in order to become his own person, separated from Malafin.
You remember
I
that
see.
Fey woman we came across on the way home?
I figured that was her.
Yeah.
That was her.
The one he really stupidly confronted.
Yes. Exactly.
Ah! Man, okay. Jeez.
It's just difficult, you know. It's, I love both of them, but I fell in love with Escal first. So.
Oh, gasp. Plot twist.
You know, it's,
Wait, so do you, like, actually love Malafane, or is it more like oh, you just look like the person I'm really in love with, and therefore I want to, you know?
I'm in love with them both. There was a time where I thought that Malafane didn't like me like that, which me and Escal were worried, but when we told Malafane, no, it was the complete opposite, so...
Well, that's extremely progressive of the both of you. Again, wildly confusing coming from the genocide woman I met a few days ago.
I don't know, it's been a while since I've never really done battle before.
Good talk. Okay, well, I'm gonna go get high. Anyone want to join me?
Gonna get what?
High.
That is very
Oh,
tempting,
The
but
chemical high?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I could try.
Yeah, okay, sure.
right. I'll leave you to it. I should probably go check up on construction and things that are happening at Battenrance. Momo, didn't you have a spell scroll that you commissioned as well, like, gods, forever ago?
Can't recall, but it sounds familiar.
Pretty sure you did. Maybe we should check on that with Torpalin and yeah.
Alright. So, the group splits off from the library, Scam and Quintessa to go get high somewhere, as Carillion and Momo, where are you heading first to check on things?
Maybe spell scroll?
Alright, cool. In that case, you head down to the basement of Battenrance Hall, and you notice that what once was a pretty cozy Arcanist research room has been expanded. There's now, like, actual genuine furnishing and vaguely magical-looking equipment scattered around. And there is a sign. It still looks like a pretty crappy sign outside reading Enchantry. You would wager that the Enchantry that you commissioned a little while ago has finished and replaced the Arcanist research room. And as you enter, Torkalin, the albino Okidi, sees you enter and is like, "Oh, hi there! Got a new place? It's really nice."
It looks really nice.
Thank you. I didn't really have much to do with it. I just stayed out of the way and tried not to have anything blow up around the construction workers.
That's the most you can really do.
Tried.
Yeah, tried. It was hard.
So it didn't?
Well, as far as I can tell, there have been no explosions in this general area, so I think we are completely safe.
Well, that's good.
Excellent.
Well, for the spell scroll I requested.
Oh, yeah, some time ago, the locate creature one, yeah?
Yes, that one.
Yeah, I've had that done for a little bit. He opens a drawer, rummages through some scrolls, and hands it over. This is a scroll, should get a solid use of locating some type of creature that is in the area around you. Also, speaking of, now that I have a lot more equipment at my disposal, the Enchantry can do a lot more than just making spell scrolls. Magical items and the like, I think those are in my wheelhouse now.
Magical items?
Oh yeah. I mean, of course, I'm actually going to need some, how do I put this delicately? Money for the equipment and materials used to make them, because it is not easy, nor is it cheap to make a magic item. But it is very, very possible in my wheelhouse, I think. Congratulations. The Baton Rouge Enchantery is now open. It crafts magic items.
Yay!
Dust of dryness! Fuck!
Stole my job.
I'm gonna break character
Anchored
for a moment and say,
of
congrats, Scam, you've been replaced.
Fuck!
Fuck!
Meanwhile, on the rooftop, Scam just goes, I smell bullshit!
Beautiful.
Actually, that begs the question, what is a tankard of sobriety? It sounds kind of oxymoronic.
You put alcohol into it, and then you drink it, and you don't get drunk.
Well, I mean, I suppose it makes sense in some social settings if you have to pretend to drink and still keep your faculties about you, but, I guess, but be a really expensive prank.
I guess it could be useful for drinking competitions, and he kind of slowly, side eyes down to Corellian.
I mean, it would be, but I want to get absolutely kashnickered.
That's what I'm saying.
As in, I want to get drunk. That's the point.
Yes.
Actually, you know who might like that? Malifane.
He
Who
could
knows?
also just not get alcohol.
Very true.
Is Kashnicker the kobold word for shit-faced?
No, it's just a word for shit-faced. There are many.
There are many.
How often, would those sending stones be able to be used?
Sending stones cost sending once per day, so if you're trying to get in touch with multiple people, you'd have to probably make multiple sets. Speaking of making multiple things, though, once I get started working in here, I think, once that'll give me some good practice for my skills, might be able to add a couple more items to this list here.
In that case, one commission at a time, I presume, yes?
Yeah, these are... It's pretty hard to make these, so I need all my focus on one thing at a time.
Of course. One last question. The Sentinel Shield. Could you tell me more about that?
Sentinel Shield, that is basically, let's say that you enter combat and you got your Sentinel Shield ready, that'll give you, let's call it, it'll make it a lot easier to go faster once combat breaks out. Mechanics-wise, it gives you advantage on initiative rolls.
Momo, did you have anything that you were particularly interested in?
Momo's internet appears to be dead.
Fucking the Fritz. That's alright. Well, I know Scam has been able to make sending stones, so it might actually be really useful to have a ring of mind shielding, considering the whole, mind flare thing. So, yeah. Tell you what, I'd like to commission a ring of mind shielding, please.
Alright, sounds good to me. Do you happen to have the payment for that so I can get materials ready?
I do have 500 gold, yes.
Excellent. Alright, you hand over the gold, Torquilin counts it out. Right, should be ready in, about 10 days or so. Unless, someone who knows what they're doing comes down to help, that should, speed up the crafting process.
Scam coughs from afar.
Wow, I can't hear anything all the way down here in the basement. Very, very far away indeed. Actually, one last thing, Torquilin. How's, Nibbles been doing? I haven't heard from him.
I have been practicing the art of stealth, comes a voice from behind you. It's very easy because I am invisible!
Krellin, starts a little bit. You are exceptionally talented. Yes.
Thank you, I was already aware of this.
Nothing wrong with a little validation. I trust you're also enjoying the new accommodations?
Indeed. With all of these new tools and pieces of equipment, finally my mastery of the magic arts is one step closer to complete.
Glad you're liking it. Well, we'll get out of your hair then. And, yeah, thank you very much. As always, if you need anything, just let me know.
Sounds like a plan. And the both of you head out of the enchantry. Meanwhile, Quintessa and Scam are off getting high.
So
Yep.
how does this work?
I can't believe we're about to roleplay our actual after-school PSA.
I can't believe.
Well, okay. Basically, the way I usually do this just by kind of winging it. Like freebasing.
Is it dangerous?
Extremely.
Oh, bollocks. Okay, alright, well, what do you have?
Let's see. Going through my bag. Trying to think of the most bullshit way to do this. So
Okay.
here's what I'm gonna do, Alex. If with your consent, I'd like to just roll a die value equal to the number of spells I currently have prepared to determine randomly what happens when I inject this syringe into my veins.
Sounds good.
Or rather, in this case, into Quintessa's veins.
Oh,
So hold on.
boy.
1 second. Give me a minute here so I can actually figure out how much of that I have. I have, oh god, how many spells do I have prepared? Hold on.
Breaking character for a moment. What type of sorcerer did you say you were again?
Draconic.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Aren't you asleep? Go back to sleep.
Go back to
You're
sleep,
asleep,
depression boy.
Stop ruining our fun.
Okay, I got 7 plus so I have 19 I'm just gonna roll a d20. And then
Okay.
on a roll of 20, on a roll of 1, nothing happens. So I'm just gonna roll a d20.
Remember, kids, winners don't do drugs, just as well we aren't winners.
8.
8.
Dear Lord. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh no.
Honestly, this is kind of the perfect one to do. But let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna roll 6. Hold on, because there's 6 different variations of this spell.
Oh no!
Okay, I pull out just a random a number of compounds Scam just has on him vial and says, technically this could be considered getting high, but I consider it experimenting as well. You never know what you're gonna get. Anyway, what's that over there? Jam the needle in. And coincidentally, I end up casting Enhance Ability on you, specifically Bull Strength. So you now kind of just got roided up. Yeah, you got temporary hit points, and now shit. You also, temporarily, have advantage on strength, and your carrying capacity doubles.
You feel incredibly strong, Quintessa.
My immediate reaction is to try and pick him up.
You just immediately just hoist Scam into the air with one arm.
I like this high thing.
That doesn't usually happen. But hey, science!
I throw you in the air.
Then
I catch
up
you.
or just away?
Just like up and then I catch you.
You're tossing me like a baby?
Tossing Scam like a baby.
I'm not gonna lie, Quintessa. I'm kinda into this. But,
yeah, I gathered you'd be.
Yep. You wanna do something else? Wanna go again? I hold up more chemicals.
Well, no, you have a try first, and then I might consider another one.
Okay. Same process.
Same process.
Because this is fucking quality content that people want to see, I guess.
I guess.
Oh, nothing. I eject myself.
Nothing happens.
Okay, that's a letdown. Fuck.
No.
Okay.
So, how much of this is too much?
I've never pushed that boundary before.
I'll take one more.
You sure?
Why
Okay,
not? The offer's there.
If you die, I cannot be held responsible for your death.
Okay, well, tell that to my fiance.
It's literally
It's
the same
thing!
Well, let's see what happens this time, though. Oh, something else happens this time. You get... This time, you have Cat's Grace, so you have your deck, you have advantage on decks, and you also don't take falling damage from 20 feet or less. That lasts for the next hour.
Incredible.
And for flavor text, you have, I'm just going to give you Witcher cat eyes, so...
Ooh, shit.
For the next hour.
I think she feels very buzzed right now.
Absolutely, being affected by 2 enhanced abilities at once. You are strong, you are fast, you're friggin' invincible, Quintessa.
So do you want to try another one?
Honestly, I don't know, man. I was in the mood at first, but now I'm just kind of like waning off of that one.
You're no fun.
Hey, I am loads of fun. I am. My middle name is, well, next to Thelonious, is Fun. Okay, Scamuel Fun Thelonious likely. Funlonious. No, that doesn't work. Fuck.
Funlonious.
You get the point, though. You get the point. As I look through my inventory real quick just to see if there's anything interesting I feel like doing.
If you're worried about something interesting, you feel a surge of chaotic energy coming on.
Oh, there's the drugs. They're kicking in. Fuck. All right, I'll draw. I got something.
What's this?
That is... Looks like the Teamster. I'll double check.
The what?
The Teamster.
What the fuck is this picture?
Don't worry about the picture. The Teamster... Your next skill roll is taken with advantage as a gnome from the Union comes and helps you out with it.
Why not?
My next skill roll?
Your next skill roll, whatever it is.
Oh. I want to strategically use this. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh man, I'm debating if I want to go to the library and do some more research on something, or if I want to just go to the the enchantry or whatever it's called, and like just bring in the Union Gnome and help build some magic items.
The way the enchantry and construction works is basically if you spend a day working on it, that reduces the amount of time needed to have it built by a quarter. So 4 days pass rather than 1. Skills have nothing to do with enchantry.
Oh, I feel hyper focused. I can't believe I just took fantasy Adderall. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Fuck. Let's go. I don't know. I want to do something. Let's do something. Let's do something that.
Something. Anything.
Anything. Help. Thoughts. You're holding me. Think.
Oh yeah. Shit.
Wait. Maybe if we put our 2 heads together, we'll think harder. That's how that works.
Okay. I mash my head onto your head.
Okay. Think thoughts.
Think thoughts. Think thoughts. Okay, if you're hyper-focused, you need to... When I'm hyper-focused, I read. Or write.
Okay. Let's go to the library again. Now. We need to go to the library right now.
Right, I dash off.
Still carrying Scam, you just run off. I just imagine you just put Scam under one arm and just immediately zoom up.
Okay. I need a book. Grab that book on the shelf. Read the book. That one right there.
Jumps and grabs the book.
Yes. Books, knowledge, good. Okay. Just grab. Give it. Read the page. Read the page.
Okay. Read it.
Okay. Now hold on. I screech a wooden library table over to me and pull out one of my fucking daggers and begin carving arcane symbols in it.
Oh, don't leave scratches on the floor.
It's for science. Hold on. I carve a bunch of glyphs in there and just begin to do my magic, and I'm going to summon into being my Union Gnome. Bam! I have no idea how I did that.
With a great and powerful whoosh, a gnome appears right next to you, smoking a cigar, looking down at the book. You the guy that drew the Teamster?
I did. You're the gnome from the Union?
I am. Let's read the shit out of this fucking book.
No, yeah, reading. Yeah, what's your name, by the way?
Union number 2.
Union number 2. Oh, that means you're pretty close to the number 1, huh?
Bet I am. Let's
Up
read
top.
this fucking book. He high-fives you with the fury of 1,000 unions.
I want to somehow Arcana check this book. I want magical knowledge.
Magical knowledge. Okay, go for it.
Jesus. I get this with advantage, you said?
With advantage, yes.
Okay, let me toggle advantage real quick.
If it's 2 nat 1s or something, I swear.
Roll with advantage. Yep, we're about to find out. Arcana, here we come. Oh, I rolled 2 by accident, sorry. Well, first one was an 18 then.
18. With 18, you, end up spending a lot of your time focusing on reading about a place called the Obsidian Enclave in the southwest of Irion. Conveniently on the island that's shaped like a skull. It's apparently home to a lot of magical artifacts, but it's also the home of the Lich Queen, and it's very scary.
Oh my god, Quintessa!
Yes.
I'm learning so many things. I got ideas. Okay, Quintessa, hear me out, okay?
Okay.
Like, there's magical things on this island. What if we, in theory, we get some supplies together, and we... one second, let me just... okay, what if we... Oh, it's in my nose, hold on.
For the record, Scam just snorted a long rail of just powdered gemstone.
I can't believe...
Whatever
works. Okay.
Gonna juice the brain a bit. What if we go?
Damn likely has a drug problem.
Can you actually not believe that?
What if we go there, and we bring stuff back, and we make money off of it? Fuck.
Oh, more money, huh? Well, tempting, but, dangerous, 'cause lich.
Yeah, Lich is not a problem. Okay, listen here, okay? It's gonna be a foolproof plan. We get in, we get out, and we Morty, we get rich.
I do not know if this Morty you speak of, but it's tempting.
Union number 2 smokes one last puff of a cigarette and disappears in a puff of brimstone and fire.
Beautiful.
Was he ever really here?
That's a tomorrow problem, but the point being is that this is a very dangerous escapade. Just probably it's equally as dangerous as going to Jacopa's lair if we do this.
Tomato. We can do either one. Oh man, I'm lonely. Oh man, I think lady, you almost let me get kidnapped.
Oh shit, yeah. But that's a yesterday problem.
Fuck, your progression of time is a little weird, but I dig it. Okay, that is a yesterday problem. Yeah. No, it's like a crippling existential lonely, you know? It's like, yeah, there's people here, but I'm freaking out, man. I'm freaking out.
Yeah, friends are not really a thing I have besides my fiance, so this is a bit new for me
book
too.
and I just grab the book I was reading from, I start tearing out the pages.
Well, at least save them.
I start burning them.
Why are you burning them?
The books can read you back. I have to burn them to prevent them from knowing my soul.
Well, I hope you have this noted in memory.
I don't.
I'm so glad Quintessa is the librarian that was hired to manage the library at Baton Rance Hall and is being paid money to manage the library as the librarian.
Books
All right.
can read us back, Quintessa. We need to burn them before they can read us too deeply and find out our secrets.
Oh,
okay? I grab Quintessa by her cheeks and I say, we know the name of God inside all of us. And if they find out first, there's nothing stopping them from Ledge of the Main being let loose upon the world.
Point taken. Right, I've got an idea.
Okay.
I'm gonna go and find some blank paper, and then I'm gonna take my little quill, and write down all I can remember on the paper.
Okay. Make an intelligence check to do that.
Okay.
The shadows, they breathe. Have you ever looked in the mirror and noticed that they're looking back at you?
Yeah. You remember a good bit of that book, Quintessa, and thanks to the quick writing utensil of your little magic quill and ink, you managed to get a lot of it down. As Bert heads upstairs, peeks through the library door. Is something burnt? Oh, good lord, something is burning.
Scam is crouching in front of like a burning pile, well, it's a singular burning book, just like high out of his mind, just just ranting.
Bert, please don't tell Lord Stonecock about this. You didn't see anything.
I'm gonna go ahead and ignore you completely because what the fuck? There's a fire in the mansion.
I look at Bert and I say, if you tell anyone what you saw here today, I will end your measly existence.
I do not fear death, little man.
I point at him and I'm just like, I respect you.
Oh, fuck me! It wasn't my fault!
Right about then is when Corellian and Momo head up to catch up with Bert as Bert is staring into the library with the burning book.
What in the fresh fuck is going on here?
If you let the gods get too powerful, you gotta kill all of their followers first to truly erase them from existence. If you let them get too powerful, they will then know that you can get discounts at all major corporations across Irion. It is a capital.
Why can't you take
nightmare.
normal
Momo
drugs?
starts to walk over to Momo walks over to Scam, puts his hands on his head and starts rubbing his temples and casts his calm
emotions. Amen. Oh, amazing.
Malifane, you groggily wake up smelling some smoke and head over to where it is, seeing a book on fire in the middle of the library.
Carlin's like halfway over and just fucking extinguishing it.
Malifane slowly opens the door, sees the scene. It's gonna be one of those days, isn't it?
It's already been one of those days.
I see. Alright, what happened?
Oh no, Malifane,
please,
it's not what it
kindly
looks like. She
explain.
says fucking cat eyes.
Oh yeah, she's still beefy as shit, by the way.
Yeah. She's beefy, she's got cat eyes, she's just like darting all over the place. Everything is fine, says Quintessa.
Dilated to hell.
Never done this before. It feels like my world is imploding, but I've got these notes. That's all there is.
I meant this to be a one-off joke.
do?
You did drugs. What are you doing? How are you?
I thought if you immerse yourself in the experience, you can write about it more effectively. Now, when I'm ever going to write about a character being high, that remains to be seen. But you never know.
He kind of just like slaps his forehead.
But we have information on a place called the Obsidian Enclave.
Do tell, please.
That's the place on the
Yeah.
Island. We've heard about that.
We relay all the information.
It confirms what you have previously heard, Corellian, that it is where the Lich Queen lies. Also, it's got some pretty cool magical shit there, apparently.
Alright. Well, that is most
I put the quill away.
looking into.
Yeah, you got Dragath's lair, you got a Lich's lair, both of them magic. Hey, it's cool. I put a cigar in my mouth and just light it. Okay, I think I'm coming down now, you guys. I'm all right. Oh, but Momo, that reminds me, real quickly, if we could just, hey, I've been thinking about I've been taking your feedback on my healing abilities. I know you're not fond of the syringe. I know it works, but I know you're not a fan of it.
I absolutely hate where this is going.
I've worked on a new technique of delivering healing abilities. Would you like me to work? Would you like me to give you a little demonstration?
If you're going to stab another person here, I swear to hell I stray.
If anyone's going to get hurt, let it be me. And I'm gonna
Excellent.
take.
What the
I'm
fuck?
gonna take my
Well,
sickle.
Wait.
and
Yeah, just like if
And
you
I'm
can give yourself a nice cut. Yeah.
I'm just gonna like ring my wrist.
Single cut for like 1 point of damage because you're controlling how the wound goes.
Yeah.
Oh.
I fish through my pockets and I pull out this little like. It looks like a little clockwork wind-up spider. And I quickly turned the key, and it jumps onto Momo, and crawls over to Momo's wounds, and it holds up its appendages, and its fucking spider legs begin to, like, stitch Momo's wound closed.
Oh my god!
What do you think?
This is agonizing! Why would you make this? This is the worst way to heal somebody! Why can't you just let me be the healer? Oh my god, this hurts!
It finishes like stitching your wound together, like and then it like then
It's getting right into my tendons!
it sprays a chemical over the wound. It's almost like a super glue. It just creates a coating over the stitches. Yeah, you healed.
Fascinating.
No! Horrifying! You lived! Leave the healing to me.
I will not.
Bert clears his throat. Well, this is all incredibly fucked up. Unless you need me, I'm gonna go.
Bert, let's go talk about Batman's improvement. Sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, of course. Let's
Please.
yeah, let's talk that stuff over dinner. How about?
Oh, good call. How far away is it?
Reasonably close.
Okay. Alright, sounds like a plan. Gosh, it's so loud. Alright, I will be right back. Krellin, pops their head back in the library. Scam!
Yeah.
Do you know anything about prosthetic limbs, like replacing bones and shit?
Oh, yeah, I know a few things about it.
Okay, I'm gonna have some questions for you about, well... We've heard about the Obsidian Enclave before. Yeah.
Oh?
Yeah, we
No.
had some refugees come in a while back, Minotaurs, but one of them was an adventurer. Said that they'd heard previous Earth experience previously, adventurers waking up, having gone to the Obsidian Enclave, bones replaced by things like that, and that it happened to some of those refugees as well. Do you have any idea as to why someone would do something like that? They could possibly gain?
I need to think about it a little bit more. We can talk about this later, right?
I'll come back when you're less high.
Yeah, that might help. But I know about prosthetics. If you had come to me the other day, I probably could have drafted a schema, but unfortunately, I'm a little tapped out of that. In that to say that, unfortunately, I could have taken a prosthetic limb as a magical infusion when I leveled up.
No. It's not anything that I need. It's more just something I would like some more information about.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, no, I can help you with that. Yeah. Just I'm gonna, Quinn and I, we're gonna sober up.
Yes, please.
Are there any more normal drugs you could do next time?
I can hear colors.
Jeez.
Right.
Two things, Corellian. One, normal is a concept invented by the status quo. Okay, it's bullshit. And two, yeah, but I got these for free.
That's even more
can I-
concerning.
Can I try some?
Yes.
This will wear off eventually, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna go check in on dinner.
Have fun with that.
Quintessa and Scam, you get advantage. Not advantage, inspiration.
Yeah.
I already had it. But
Once everyone's gone and just Quintessa and I sitting alone in the library, Scam just looks over and goes, "Was that as good for you as it was for me?"
Shut the fuck up!
The Malaphane's still looking through the window, by the fucking way.
Momo's gonna go outside and practice sparring or something.
Alright.
Cool.
I need a breather.
darling,
Just so
I'm
everyone
sorry.
knows. Just so everyone knows, I'm keeping the cure wound spider.
Excellent.
Why?
Alright.
Why?
Why would you do that?
That's awesome.
Because science.
Eventually, all of you gather around for dinner. Dinner tonight is boiled potatoes.
Just that?
Yes.
Fuck.
Momo's gonna use prestidigitation to conjure a little fire in his hand and start toasting his potato.
I'm gonna do the opposite.
They're big fucking potatoes, I should bring up.
But so what Scam's gonna do is he's using prestidigitation to make his potatoes taste like nachos.
All right. I'm surprised you know what nachos are, Scam, likely.
Hey, it's a goblin creation, dude.
I see.
Blotchos here.
Yes, my original
Malafane
culinary creation, blotchos.
People really need to get their facts straight.
Actually, I'm gonna call them glonchos.
Gloncho.
Glonchos.
Ponchos.
It's goblin cuisine, man.
Quintessa is just avoiding all eye contact. She looks so
Squanch.
embarrassed.
Malafane just is looking at his food. That's about it. He's kind of just
Momo
stirring it
starts
around.
eating his DIY baked potato.
And then eventually, actually, I'm going to impose this upon myself, because I am exhausted AF.
Oh yeah, shit.
He falls face first into his food.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Bert looks over at Malafane as he falls. He's not like dead, is he?
I doubt it.
No.
Okay. Says Bert, just going back to his potatoes, not caring anymore now that that question's been answered. Right. So, updates on what has been built since you guys have been gone. By tomorrow, we should have the 2 new farms all set up and ready to go. Those are the one that specializes in crops and the other that specializes in meat. You guys have already seen the enchantry and the war room. We converted our battle ring to the training ground. Hopefully now the gods are going to be less complete embarrassments around here. Then we hired on weapons merchant and armor merchant, set up an accounting office over for the tavern, and got a contract with the Mail Workers Guild.
Where's the weapons place?
They're out and about. They'll be sending over payments as they come in. Should be tomorrow, actually. Speaking of, we're kind of running out of funds for upkeep for this place, so whenever you want to refill those coffers, that would be great, unless you just like me to take in all the merchant payout and factor that in automatically.
How in the red are we right now?
You got about 7 days.
Is this why the food's so crap?
Yeah!
How much money are we talking here?
I am glad you asked, actually, because there are some calculations that I've already put in. Given what we already have, per 10 day, it would need about 27 gold and 92 silver to keep this place maintained.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. Like, if shit gets really bad, it's gonna take that per day rather than per 10 day, but for right now, war hasn't come to us, so we should be fine.
How much is it? How much gold again?
27 gold, 92 silver.
Momo takes it out of his pocket and gives it to him.
Alright. That is very helpful. In case you're going on any expeditions, I could bring up a list of what we can start building around here once the farms get done. He snaps his fingers. Before I do, though, since we are at war, the information network wanted me to pass on this. You're gonna need to locate where some of your enemies are, especially your, the tentacled friend and his friends. So, they hired on a couple more scouts that would be willing to look around the area and see if they can find out where they're hiding. Mechanics-wise, I'm gonna take us to the world map to show off the new feature of the information network.
Oh boy.
Basically, you pick a hex on the map, and the information network spy will travel there at a rate of 5 hexes per day. And then once they get there, they'll search that hex and the area around it. If there is any evil layer in that particular area, the information network spy will relay that it's there. If not, they'll be like, nope, sorry. So let's say you didn't already discover where Jagotha's lair was. If you said, hey, let's go down to Southeast Irion and search, I don't know, this hex right here. Then once the spy got there, they'd search and be like, Jagotha's lair's over there.
Oh shit.
Could that be used to, like, Even if we know something's in a hex, we can use it just to scout out for like the general state of the place.
You could indeed. You would get base information. They will not go into the evil layer, but they will say it's there and what is around it and what generally you can expect.
Okay, that's good to know. We could, we could feasibly use that to, like, send them to scout out Dragatha's lair while we are taking the long road to go to Miranda and down from there. Or just in general, any other place we want to check out.
Great. How often can we use this? Sorry.
You have 2 scout teams currently.
And once they get to that point, it's like they stay there for a day, or what?
Once they get to that point, they stay there for a day to scout the immediate area, and then they will return.
Okay.
Yeah, I think sending one ahead to the lair would be a good idea. And we did get a shipment of books in about sunken cities, like forever ago. It might be worth looking through those to see if maybe we could get a head start on at least a lead as to that angle before we send out the second. Does that sound alright?
Sounds perfect.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Alright. I'll go ahead and put the scouts on the map so that we know they are ready to head out to Dragatha's lair.
Gotta scout fast.
Alright. As for stuff that can be still built, pulls out a big ol' list. Take your pick.
I will probably at this point take Mel back to bed because I'm not really part of this.
Wait, so what has already been built?
Okay, but I'm still gonna stay out of character just because I am interested in this.
Okay. What has been built? Sorry.
I imagine what has... No, I'm sorry. I imagine what has been built has already been crossed off.
A lot of it.
That's a strike through.
Cool. Strike through, there are some that you can build multiple copies of. What you currently have are stable, shrine, gardens, barracks, smithy, alchemy lab, tinkering lab, library, training grounds, tenements, sewers, graveyard, byways, a lot of farms, a marketplace, baths, a lot of security features, cloakroom, wine cellar, enchantry, jail cell, guest hall, housing, tavern, a lot of books, calligraphy table, couple of merchants, clinic, moat, information network, vault, clock tower, and docks.
And I imagine we're probably going to want more defenses given that it's wartime now.
Yeah, that's what I was considering.
I was also taking a look at the secret exit. I think we could definitely use that if someone tries to raid our
Batcave!
That's for the tavern.
We could go try putting the secret exit, secret door passage in the hall itself, though.
Are there any caves deep beneath the estate?
There are basements.
Can any of those be converted into large caves?
Unlikely.
If you want to fuck with the ghosts, you fuck with the ghosts. But I would really recommend against it.
You can't spell unlikely without likely.
Actually, while we're on the subject of the ghosts, is there anything we want to build that is to their liking?
That's a good point.
Wait, there's a whole ghost clientele beneath my feet that I don't know about?
Yeah.
Yeah, there are three Batenrance ghosts. One Lord Batenrance himself, one Ishka, the late Major Domo of Batenrance Hall, and then the other is Jennifer, who is I guess highwayman would be the best descriptor of her. Sort of,
they each kind of wanted something.
Type.
Yeah, they each kind of wanted something kind of their own focus, if that's the right word.
Right. Ishka was more preoccupied with bringing the hall back to its heyday glory, that sort of, improve it to standards of rich people sort of thing. Lord Batenrance is all about defense and, making sure that we're prepared for any sort of war. And then Jennifer wants to look out for the people and, market, make sure they're taken care of, that sort of thing.
What about an in-house clinic?
We have a clinic built, don't we?
You do have a clinic built.
Yeah,
okay. In-house at the tavern, though, is a different thing.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, and also Jennifer and Lord Battenrance absolutely hate each other. Jennifer killed him, details, and also
family.
lycanthropy, Lord Battenrance was sealed away down in the basement. It's a whole thing, to say the least.
What makes up the advanced defenses and weapons?
Siege weapons, they're basic things like pouring boiling oil over the side, catapults and whatnot. Advanced is basically state-of-the-art materials that you can get to make sure that you're probably going to come out okay if you're under siege, and that you can fight back pretty well if you're under siege. Siege defense and siege weapons otherwise are just, you're not going to get immediately overrun.
I don't know about you guys, but I think just having protection would be a good priority.
That's a good point.
Yeah, and actually, along those lines, has Maggie mentioned anything that she's been lacking by any chance?
Actually, no, not really. Ever since the training grounds got all finished up, she's mostly been spending her time there. Guards are not quite as embarrassing. It's a whole thing.
She has her hands full. Okay, thank you. I'm down to go for some defense. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Advanced siege defense then?
Yes.
Yep.
Putting that down.
What else? We protect, but apparently we
do we
don't
want to
attack.
figure out how we're, doing our gold for that, or?
Let me think. I'm looking at what... I mean, I can't do anything about it, but,
Pickpocket Malifane.
Unless someone wants to wake him the fuck up.
I'll, shake his shoulder a bit. Hey. They're talking about your businessy stuff with the, hole. Do you have any input?
Take some gold or whatever.
Blank check.
Alright,
Time to pickpocket Malifane for everything he's got!
I wanna roll sleight of hand.
Excellent, go for it.
I'll contest that with disadvantage then. What do I need to roll?
Sleight of hand versus that.
Well, he's obviously a little hot.
Oh, that was close.
It was close. Malifane, you just kind of feel something and try to bat it away, but Momo still manages to take some gold out of your pocket.
Alright, Momo, what's good?
He tosses what is owed to Corellian.
An entire 1,500 gold.
You hear a crack.
Bang! Most of your gold is kept in the vault. It's just for convenience's sake. I would say you're taking it out of Malifane's share.
Since we were going to talk to Bird about expansion, I presume.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1,500. Sure, Corellian will sort of sift through it and pass that over for the defenses.
Much obliged.
Math.
Mathematical.
Wait, hold on. Trying to pull out my calculator. How much did you...
1,500.
1,500, thank you.
That was adorable.
Fuck you.
Alright, we already
Excluding
have a
the
material
platinum.
goods merchant.
Fuck that platinum.
He has 400 platinum.
We deal in electrum, lads.
You have 400 platinum.
He has 400 platinum.
I
You
have
should- Momo,
Yeah.
You should have gone for the head.
Cut your head off. Slice. Do you want to go to bed, Malafine? I ask as Scott bites the apple.
Sorry.
Scam would like to draw on Mal's face while he sleeps.
Mama wants to join!
Don't you fucking dare.
Mama already has like a quill out, just like about to touch his forehead with it.
We'll get him later, Mama. We'll get him later.
I'll just give you
I'm gonna say for the sake of actually having a dam of input, because it would be awkward otherwise in the landowning rather. No, not yet.
Alright. I pat your head.
What benefit would having an academy confer upon us?
Annabelle will be happy.
That is true.
Draw in a whole lot more people who would be willing to take higher paying jobs and thus have a little bit higher, work ethic and life quality around here.
It'll also bring children in, which we can use as meat shields when we do get attacked.
Jesus Christ, lady, what the fuck?
This goes of character and a very big joke. Quintessa does actually like children.
Yeah. I was about to say,
it's just like, did you say so?
Is Genocide Tessa back?
You wanted me to say out of character before you just throw something like that? Like
Sorry.
before? Thanks.
Yeah, because I was
Like, holy fuck.
Oh
like, it
no!
does sound
I
like something
accidentally
Quintessa would
stabbed-
say, but Jesus Christ.
Oh no! I accidentally stabbed my fiance with a rapier. I mean, out of character. My bad. Sorry. First.
Alright, Dragatha lands on you all, out of character.
Oh, Christ.
Out of character. I die.
Here's the thing that I actually will say in character.
Okay.
Because I'm looking at the jail cell, and I'm just wondering that on the off chance that we do get attacked, and we don't kill everybody.
Oh, so
perhaps-
now you're taking more prisoners, huh?
Yeah, perhaps keeping people here could help.
Pretty sure we do have a jail cell, actually.
Yeah,
But
we
what
got a
about
jail cell.
more?
It fits 6 people. We can always order more.
What about more?
Why do you want war prisoners?
My parents are soldiers. I know how this goes.
Okay.
Malafine just kind of like sleepily, just like, oh, hey Odious, how are you today?
What the fuck? I just look at you, just like, please go back to sleep. I mean, if we have enough, then that's alright, but maybe on the off chance that, in the future we do start getting prisoners, we should consider more.
Yeah, and you did mention, Bert, that you could possibly put in a secret exit to the hall. What would the price on that be?
Well, starts around 3:30. If you want it to be like super duper secret, we can talk about increasing the price.
I think we're fine for now.
Do we want to do anything with the manor, or are we? Oh wait, we already discussed that. Never mind. Apparently, I'm just as tired as Malafine is.
You're valid.
Unrelated question, but that can wait. I have a question about crafting magic items personally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually,
I have very little money to be invested in this whole bad rants upgrades thing right now.
okay, so
My general rule about crafting magic items, since it's fresh on my mind now, in the world of the 10 realms, it's really hard. Artificers can do it, but if you want something more permanent that isn't just an infusion that replicates a magic item, you need
specifically I have a class feature that I just got that allows me to, when I'm crafting magical items of common or not as infusions as common or uncommon magic items, it takes half the time and half the cost to do it.
That would really help in the enchantry once you get told about that.
Yes.
So this is more a future, something I'm sure I want to do now, but I'm wondering about about putting in an herbalist laboratory just for like potions and whatnot.
That could work.
might help to have. Especially as the resident off healer.
I can agree.
Oh, by the way, I misspoke. I'm sorry. It takes me a quarter of the time to craft a magic item with common or uncommon difficulty, and half the cost.
Well,
I
yeah.
see.
Yes.
I would like to put down for siege weaponry. I don't think we have the basic gun for that, so I will put down 1,000 gold. That.
Okay. And just to confirm, jail, cell, and herbalism laboratory as well?
I think I'm gonna skip the jail cell because I really don't have the money.
I will have. Thank God for this platinum. Malifin will reach for his pouch to pull out the gold, and just is like, that's weird. I feel lighter than normal. Oh well, and throws some platinum.
Actually, you know what? Fuck it, I will pay for the jail cell.
All right.
It's 300, right?
It's 300.
Okay. Librarian doesn't pay the best.
Right, so is that going to be it for you for right now?
I'd say so.
Anyone else think of? Yeah, it's enough for me.
Yeah, full disclosure, I'm very close to bordering bankruptcy, so, yes, I'll help next time.
That is most unfortunate. All right. Bert says, writing all this down, closing up his books. Construction's gonna start in the morning. You should probably get some sleep. Some of you look like shit, he says, staring directly at Malifane.
Malifin still has food hanging from his face.
Jessica, can you please take him to bed?
I will. I'll pick him. I'll cast Prestidigitation to clean the mess as well. Come on, let's go. It's okay.
All right.
Yeah. Time for bed.
And you head to bed.
Momo's actually gonna wake up early and start, like, practicing more sparring.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get rid of this forsaken thing called exhaustion on my sheet.
Yay!
I hardly know her.
I want to ask if I go to the library, is there any evidence of, like, the burn marks at all?
Yeah!
I use Prestidigitation to, like, clean it up.
You do a little inadvertent whistling and clean up the smell.
In the middle of the night, while Scam is working on his spells and infusion just for his long rest, he pulls out the sending stone, brings it close to his mouth, and just goes, "I will eat your heart."
Momo, you hear from in your pocket someone saying they'll eat your heart.
Momo pulls out the sending stone. Not if I eat yours first.
I love that kid so much.
And that's your use of sending stone for the day.
Yep.
Yeah. In the morning, all of you who are sleeping are woken up by the sounds of construction.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I've missed this so much.
Debating what spells I want to prepare.
Alright, I'll be in the library then.
Alright.
So what's the plan for today, guys? What are we doing?
Well, we do have an entire section of the library dedicated to sunken cities. Remember, we were going to look into
does Momo, are you gonna cast? This is like half in character, half out of character. You're gonna cast Legend Lore again? Are you able to?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
invested
we also have a scout party, so if we can narrow it down,
Yeah.
we don't
So if
necessarily
we well, I mean, between Legend Lore and then if we use Legend Lore to narrow down our research, we can then research to at least figure out a spot and then send the team.
Well, we know of two vague spots. One would be east of the solution,
and the other is in the sort of central area of Irion to the north of Baylight. But more of just more information about them.
Okay. Does Legend Lore cost anything, by the way? I forget.
I believe it does. I think last time Legend Lore cost $250 plus a bunch of 100 gold.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty expensive. Yeah. Yeah, that's very expensive. So we should prioritize book learning first.
Alright.
In that case, I'm gonna prepare. I'm gonna keep enhanced ability for today. That way, while we're, I'll probably give myself Fox's Cunning while we're doing research, just to get. Actually, well, I don't technically need advantage because I'd be getting advantage from anyone else anyway.
Yeah, because you're all working together, you'd be getting advantage and looking stuff up.
Yeah.
This is true. And plus, now that Malphane's not exhausted, he can do it because he has the plus 11 in investigation.
Hey.
Then, if we're doing book reading, then I will let Malphane do those rolls, and I'll just give him advantage by helping me. And I'm going to go back to preparing my spells.
Malphane, what is this?
I'm going to be giving you the cold shoulder the entire fucking time.
I'll take it.
All right.
Other than my sheer pettiness, there is one thing I am going to do today. I have prepared the spell Skywrite. And early in the morning, I would like to just cast the spell Skywrite. Here, I'll put it in the chat. There it is. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, I'm just gonna cause the clouds above Batarand's Hall to just coalesce, and they just big old clouds that say Malphane is whipped, and that is it. Sorry. Malphane Lythos is whipped. It appears in the sky in cloud writing.
Out on the training grounds, the various guards who are sparring with Momo and Maggie look up, see the message. Maggie cracks a single half smile.
So what am I going to find when I look up the word whipped?
I love Samuel.
What am I, Scott, going to find when I look up the word whipped?
Okay.
I also
Okay.
don't know what whipped means.
Colloquially, whipped is like, so-and-so wears the pants in the relationship. Generally, it's when the woman in the relationship
It is referring to the fact that you are Quintessa's bitch, is basically what it's hinting
Yeah.
at.
Exactly.
I mean,
saying not to get too profane on stream, but it is short for pussy whipped.
And we're demonetized. Good night, everyone.
Yep. Good
Good
night.
job, Xander.
I mean, that's more.
We've said worse on stream, you guys.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, Eskel's definitely the one who's whipped, but anyways.
Cancel the spell. I'm kidding. I leave it up for next. It's up. The clouds are there for an hour, and then they just all throughout breakfast.
All throughout breakfast.
I love it.
That was worth that was worth the second level spell slot.
Absolutely. You could have cast it as a ritual, but fuck that.
I was going to say, why didn't you cast it as a ritual?
Can I retroactively say I did?
Sure.
Alex said sure, so it counts. I'm still learning how to play a fucking artificer.
Yeah, rituals always confuse me.
Yep. Breakfast is on a 1d12 table. It's cereal.
Cereal. Beautiful.
I can make a mean bowl of cereal, guys.
Malphane is about to take a bite of cereal, and then he kind of notices what's in the sky, and just... Right.
No, I'd let you have a say, though.
Feeling better, are we?
I mean, are you?
He says with a smirk.
Absolutely.
Momo is still training. He didn't finish breakfast.
I discreetly cast Prestidigitation under the table to make Malphane and Quintessa's cereal taste like stew.
Fuck you.
A thick, beefy stew. And the taste does not go away.
So much beef stew.
I then cast Prestidigitation to change that, so fuck you.
Oh, never mind. Ignore the roll.
Touche.
Just a bunch.
fucking content. The whales run to the table.
Quintessa and Scam just staring each other down, repeatedly snapping their fingers under the table as they eat their cereal.
Malfin just sees a
guys
bunch of
doing?
sparkles in his cereal and has no idea what the fuck is going on.
Fuck you, win. Okay?
Okay.
Fuck you, eat your cereal. Fuck you. I just went off to my room to eat breakfast. Anyway.
Welcome.
You know, when Heinz said he reminds me a lot of someone.
Oh.
You know who?
Oh. Yeah, I was thinking that.
Who knows? Maybe I'll
I'm
get
gonna
used to
not
him.
think about those implications. I'll be in the library doing that research we talked about.
I'll come join you.
Yes,
Very, very
well.
All right.
Job is real.
Mouse? What is Mouse? I could think of at least two things that he could do. I don't know which one will take priority, though.
Perhaps help with investigation, since he's got a +11 in investigation.
You know what? That works. And I'll tell you what, because I prepared this in advance, he's going to be particularly astute about this because I'm going to have him use one of his special tactics, Studious Eye, on Rick Arcana.
Excellent.
So, investigation, you said?
Investigation, yes.
You got it.
With advantage, because everyone's helping you do some research.
Oh, so I didn't even need the... Okay. Okay.
You still get a superiority die.
You still get a superiority die to add to it, so...
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. Okay, so add a 1d8 to whatever I get. Oh, well, it's not really going to matter, but... Oh, well.
You don't
That
know
was
if
a
it
not one
matters
of
or
them.
not.
Yeah, 29 will make it matter.
Definitely.
So, the two Sunken City, that come to your eye when you do research, Malifane, the ones that aren't just vague legends. One is Yol Room, an ancient dwarven city that sank to the bottom of Lake Io in the middle, in the heartland of Irion. And then there is one that catches your eye known as Delphis. I'll type that in here in a second. Not as Thavagat, fuck you, Firefox. Yeah. I have returned to tell you how to spell name.
You've gotten smarter! Where are the drugs?
Alright. Delphis.
I just slide my syringe of boxes cutting under the table.
Not you!
Delphis lines up with what you've heard about a sunken city somewhere to the east of the city of Shimmering Lights. However, once you look in the books more about Delphis, it just looks like a complete jumble of words. Every time you turn the page and turn back, it's a new jumble of words. It just reads something like... And you have no idea why it's doing that, but it's doing that whenever you try to look up anything about that city.
Scam quickly looks up at the book title. Oh, this was written by Microsoft Sam. That explains everything.
Sorry.
Don't worry about it.
Where was this book on the shelf?
It was one of the books in the Races of Irion talking about the city of Shimmering Lights and nearby tourist attractions.
It wasn't touching a particular book of horrors, was it?
It was not.
Okay, just making sure.
Momo comes in around this time. He's sweaty, but he's also like energized. So we're trying to find that sunken city, and he kind of snags at Malifane's apple.
Indeed. There are two of them, one of which is closer to a dwarven city in Lake Io. But then there's this one that I'm having a little bit of, well, difficulty with. And it kind of just shows the pages.
Oh, what?
I mean, I think we can all take an educated guess as to why that's happening.
Oh.
Can I? You said it was just a bunch of gibberish, but is it like an actual language?
No, it is nothing close to an actual language. It is just scattered runes of every single alphabet known to man.
Let me try something. Where did I book when you need them? No, yeah, hold on. Can I see the book for a second?
Yeah,
Can't
sure.
do
Go
it.
ahead.
Yeah. Oh, that's why I could not see it for a second. Yeah, I'm gonna
flavor text,
cast.
but Mal notices certain teeth marks in his apple.
I'm gonna cast dispel. I'm gonna cast
Teeth marks? Teeth marks? Does
Whatever
Momo
the
have
fuck you
teeth?
want to call it? I don't know.
That specific effect where it's doing the weird shit. I want to try and dispel that with dispel magic.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let me double check the ability that's doing this.
Yeah.
Because it might be a different.
Because if it's
thing.
high, it could be higher. Yeah. Because then I'll have to make a roll for it.
This is not magic. You cast Dispel Magic to try and get rid of the effect, but then you just feel something lash out at your mind as you do so. You see the face of what can best be described as humanoid, because that's all you get, is it like twists and turns into every shape imaginable, screaming in your mind, and then you back away from the book.
Okay, rude.
I'm going to venture a guess and say you couldn't find anything.
No, fuck, if I had Jabidi here, I could probably identify this a bit heavier. Oh, that reminds me, is Lord Stormkirk around?
You don't know.
Bert!
Yeah?
Could you summon Lord Stormkirk for me, please? I wish to speak with him.
About what?
To aid us in an endeavor, I will request a small loan of a singular gemstone.
You know, you have a bank, right? Like,
Do you guys have pearls there?
I mean, you could go and ask him.
Okay, fine, guys. I'll be back in a few minutes. Hold on. Motherfucker, just gotta go to the bank.
I mean, it's better than summoning our fucking patron.
Well, since we're having trouble, I guess I'll go ahead and pass this. And see if I can find it this way.
That's what? Sorry?
I guess I can try and cast the spell I cast to try and break off his leg.
Legend lore.
Legend lore. Yeah. So he is going to cast Legend lore and ask, where is Geisel, the author?
Alright. You, perform your ritual, prepare to have the knowledge enter your mind, and Momo, you too see the distorted figure. Again, vaguely humanoid is all you can tell, because every single facet of it just twists and writhes and changes by the second as it slowly turns towards you, approaching with a hand outstretched, going, and that is all you get from Legend lore.
So he kind of looks a little frazzled and slightly frightened, but that's about it.
So Momo's default state.
So that's just Momo, yeah.
Shut the fuck up, you guys. This is an assault. And so yeah, he just kind of has this resting bitch face on. Like, well, that was no help.
Were you able to make out the figure at all?
Was I? Like...
It looked roughly humanoid, roughly in the size and shape of the average human. From moment to moment, it roughly stayed in that general, like, mass and volume, but it just, continued shifting to the point where getting a definitive shape out of it was impossible.
It seemed humanoid, but it kept morphing and shifting into things that it's impossible to get in the same shape. However, it did extend what I thought was some sort of hand to me.
Seems like Geisel just won't be found. Well, I mean, there is that whole thing with, well, you know, the mind flayer. Frankel was the one who drove Geisel to insanity. He told us that himself, remember?
That's true.
And we do know that Frankel carried the sigil of your room on the ring. That's one thing. But if we want leads on Geisel, then it looks like the second city is the best place to go for that.
That's true.
How are things at the bank?
But before I do that, looking back at Legend lore, I'll say that even though Where is Geisel is distorted, to be nice, I'll have it kind of flicker back into Momo's head. Something not of this or any world hides this information. To find it, westward you must look, to find what else is not of this world, but from the realms far beyond. He who has seen in dreams the gods' birth and death.
I explain what I just heard to the whole group. Westward.
This world.
Anunnaki, huh?
Guess so.
What?
Well, that's seemed to be what it referred to last time.
Mal was asleep for that.
It referred to the Anunnaki as Children of the Stars. It did not say Children of the Stars for this one.
It just said westward.
Westward
and
and
the
then the other
Anunnaki
thing.
were east.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not of this ring.
What now?
Well,
Geisel's not in a sunken city, most likely. But it still might be worth some investigation, especially if Frankel is from your room and does carry that sigil. There might be something there to help us with.
If it's not Geisel in the Sunken City, then it's most likely Rankle.
Well, or something. And, if it's not him, we will find something loose there. It seemed to have some kind of connection to it.
Mm-hmm. I'd say we get ready to head that way as soon as possible.
Well, Dragotha's lair first.
Yes, of course.
Maybe, might be worth asking the second scout team if they are they capable of scouting out or finding more information about a sunken city, or is that, completely out of their purview?
They'd need to charter a boat, which would cause them a little bit of delay.
That's fine. Yeah, I'll go and ask Bert to send out word to send the second scout team towards our best guess as to where your route is.
Alright.
Lake Io.
Nice. Since Lake Io is north of Baylight, could you ping where you think your room is?
I guess I just, that's not a ping, but, I'd guess right there.
So?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to put up another scout team, and they will set off in the morning. Next morning.
Dope.
Go adventurers.
Go, adventurers, go. Alright. Meanwhile, at the bank, Scam, you walk in, still grumbling. It's a very small bank. It's more an offshoot of the main one in Port Miranda. And sitting behind a counter, protected by reinforced metal bars and glass, is a tall, thin tiefling woman with dark gray skin who looks up and smirks as you enter.
Hi, Scam Likely. Nice to meet you.
Saying a new lad. A pleasure.
Cool. So yeah, this is the bank, right?
That it is, yes. I am the representative here of my brother's holdings in the main Port Mirandu Bank.
Wait, who's your brother?
Nalor Nulad. If you spent enough time in Port Mirandu, Scam, you have heard of him. He is...
I know him.
Not fun guy.
No, he's not. Oh, no. Scam very vocally says, oh, fuck, you're his sister? Cast Gift of Gab to make her sound like, oh, good to know. Thank you for the information.
Amazing.
So I erase her just because I don't think I've ever cast a spell in game yet.
You have not. And it's an amazing spell.
It is. Oh, it didn't pop into the chat. Hold on. Let me do it. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yes. Yeah, I just forgets it. Okay, and I also lose 2 gold for the royalty fee. Yeah, my 2 coins just disappear from my pocket. Well, great. Here's the deal. I work for Lord Stormkirk. I'm with those adventurers. Do they have a name, by the way? Do they go by anything?
You know, I think people tried to get one, but they just shrugged and moved on from that.
Yeah, okay. Well, listen, I'm hoping to secure, for the services, for services, gainful to the interests of Lord Stormkirk, I am in need of a pearl that is worth an equivalent to about 100 gold pieces.
Well, there is a jeweler's shop in Port Mirandu proper that likely has what you need. Are you saying you're in need of a loan to purchase such a thing?
Yeah, I'm a little short for cash.
Excellent. What exactly would you have as collateral, then?
What do you accept as collateral?
Oh, you'd be surprised how very open the bank is about that sort of thing.
Do you like... How about these? I just plunk down the 4 severed red-capped feet and boots on the counter.
She looks down at the red-capped boots, immediately goes eyes wide. What the ever-loving fuck?
I'll take it not. Okay. I put them back in my bag.
I'm gonna have her roll Arcana, actually.
Go for it.
She does not know any use for red cap feet.
They're severed red cap feet. Just shot in the dark. Okay. I put it back in my bag. Oh, let's see what else we got in here. What about these Oriad knickknacks I looted from dead bodies?
She looks them over, smirks. Those would do just fine.
Really? Fuck. Okay, yeah, let's do that. I was worried I was gonna have to fucking try and scam you, but like, alright, cool.
Are you gonna gift of gab that?
Not that one.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Legitimate business. Here you go.
Sena chuckles as you mention this. Trust me, those who try, let's just say, they don't do anything else.
I respect you. I'm in fear of you, and I am deeply attracted to you.
I get that a lot. She takes the knickknacks, goes into the back, pulls out a small box, opens it up to show 100 gold inside, closes it.
Delicious. Alright, great. Well, I'll be happy to pay that back. Is there like a payment plan, or what's your like interest rate?
Let's say you can have it for 10 days. If we don't have anything back after that, we'll find you and get something one way or the other.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna leave now.
You do that, Scam Likely.
Yeah. I leave. Go back to the group. Alright, so... what are we thinking? Dragotha Lair? Expedition?
Port Mirandu, right?
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, Port Mirandu first. So, see if I can maybe call in a favor. Equip. Then head to Mothorn to launch the expedition.
Did you almost say loot?
No. No. What are you, like an inquisitor? Get off my back, Corellian, jeez.
Yes.
I lean over to Momo. Is he actually an Inquisitor?
Yes.
I lean over to fucking Quintessa. Is he actually an Inquisitor?
Yes.
Huh. Great. Yep. Cool. All right. Nice. Good talk. Why are y'all looking at me?
No reason.
Nothing.
All right.
Right. How about Port Miranda?
Port Miranda.
You want to leave now or tomorrow or?
I mean, yeah, just one more day. Head out. Yeah, let's do that.
Scam, by the way, the Enchantry actually makes some magic items down there. Thought you might be interested in checking.
Oh, really? Yeah, I'll go talk to them before today ends. Cool. I'll head over there right now.
Excellent.
Hey, Noah, can I talk to you for a moment?
Momo kind of like side eyes, furrows his brow a little. Sure.
So, hey, is something wrong?
No, why do you talk?
Well, I mean, you've kind of been avoiding me for a while now, and, well, I couldn't help but notice that your bow is gone. Did I do something wrong?
I thought it was obvious, Malachi. Do you not know what the hell you did back there when we were coming back to Baton Rance?
To be honest, Momo, I did a lot of things that I regret.
Mm-hmm. Putting your party in danger is one of them. For your own selfish needs.
Well, I've never really been known to make smart decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I know you're clearly upset with me. I understand that. But I know this may not be... You know what? And he kind of has like a little glint in his eye at this point. You know what? No. No, I'm not going to put up with this. I'm standing my ground. If you want to take this out on me, why don't we just fight? We can spar if you want to.
Momo raises an eyebrow. You want to spar with me?
If you're so upset, why don't... No holding back for either of us, right?
I've been meaning to get some more practice in. Sure, let's go.
How about that?
The two of you head out to the training grounds, start preparing to spar. You hear a couple people say, 10 gold on the bird.
Yay, they believe in me!
Can I watch?
Absolutely, you can watch.
Cheer my boy! Don't worry, Malafine, I won't be too disappointed if you lose.
I know. I am fully aware. I don't think anyone here will be losing today, though.
Alright, this is theater of the mind sparring, just assume because you're both long-range fighters, you'll always be in enough range to shoot at each other.
Yay!
Alright, do we just do initiative, or what?
Yeah, roll,
Okay. Come on, roll 20. Of course, when it's combat, that's when...
I got a 20 initiative, but I can't click on the characters.
You don't have a token, and because it's just the two of you, it won't matter too much.
Okay.
Actually, why do I even have this up? It's gonna be whoever's higher goes first.
Yeah.
Roll it!
Come on, critically hitting crafting spells list.
Yeah, but no, Jagotha might come in for a round.
Jagotha swoops in from the sky. 10 gold on the bird.
Ooh, that was close.
That was very close, but Momo is gonna strike first.
Okay. Momo's gonna fly up, and he is going to cast Flame Strike at his feet.
Good music.
Alright.
Barely, but he hits. Oh, it's a save.
It's a dexterity save.
Dexterity save, you got it.
Dodge it, my boy!
Oh,
Yeah. Malifane just leaps completely out of the way, and with evasion, the flame strike does not do any damage to him.
Please, I could have dodged that in my sleep.
Why are you at disadvantage?
Even
Anyways.
at disadvantage, it's still
Malifane goes in and tries to strike with his blade.
Momo's flying.
Oh, well, sure. Alright, he'll go.
Yeet the blade!
He'll try and cleave his. He'll try and strike him down with his bow then.
Why are you rolling with disadvantage?
Huh, interesting. That is a miss as Momo flies off to the side.
God. As a reaction, Momo's gonna cast Hellish.
Hellish Rebuke's when you take damage.
Oh, whoops, sorry! Well, in that case, Momo's gonna cast Toll the Dead.
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save? Alright.
Bong! A bell rings out and you feel a little bit weaker, Malifane. You take 14 necrotic damage.
Holy shit!
Ooh, I actually felt that one. Did you say something up there? Malifane's gonna try striking again. He doesn't really have anything else he can do.
That is once more a miss as Malifane loads another arrow, fires it off, and it just flies to the side of Momo.
Ah, just off.
Momo is going to fly down and land behind Malifane and cast Chill Touch, like grab the back of his neck and cast Chill Touch.
That is against AC, and that is a hit. So roll for damage.
60, damn.
Alright. Momo wraps around Malifane's neck, delivering this blow of necrotic energy into him. And I believe Chill Touch reduces speed to...
By 10.
By 10. And
he can't heal.
And he can't heal. It does not actually reduce speed by 10, it looks like, now that I'm looking at it. Heck.
That's Ray of Frost.
I'm thinking of Ray. Yeah,
yeah, okay. I got too confused. But yes, Malifane cannot heal as more necrotic energy flows into him.
Bad choice.
Decent choice, actually, as you whirl around to try and hit Momo with the Crescent Blade, but Momo just barely leans out of the way in time. Thanks to now knowing Momo's actual AC, that's a miss.
Malifane's gonna take an action surge.
That one, however, does hit as you lunge forward to get Momo as he dodges back.
Oh, forgot to check sneak attack. Oh god, I can't impose disadvantage.
No, of course you can't!
You can't. Yeah, you can't impose disadvantage on damage.
I can just... Alright. Whatever.
Alright, 22 total damage to Momo.
Tessa is like making noises of like a close prestidigitation.
Okay, well in that case, since that's a damage, this can be a damage reaction, right?
Yes, it can.
Then Momo's gonna cast Hellish Rebuke. Like, all of this anger in him just kind of like bursts and he goes like, "Ugh!"
Malfin kind of smirks. That is a dexterity save.
That's a dex save. That's a fail, but because of evasion, you lean back from the flames that erupt from Momo's wound and take 8 fire damage.
Wait, 8? I thought it was 6.
Oh,
wait,
half
no,
16.
I'm looking at my dexterity save. Wait, I'm an idiot. 3. All right. Leap back. Malafane is again going to aim at
Not your turn.
his bow. Oh, not
Hellish Rebuke
okay.
is a
that was
reaction.
That was a reaction. I'm sorry.
In that case, Momo's gonna fly back again, fly up, and cast Scorching Ray. Whoops, that was 4. Not
Oh!
that was an accident. That was 4.
Second hit. Second hits. That's a crit. That was a good time to introduce a new crit rule. When you crit, max damage, and then you roll damage again. So once you click on Scorching Ray, I'll see what that is.
So the second and third one hit.
Second and third one hit. The 21 and 28.
Okay.
So.
And I roll for damage again.
So,
Okay. So, so it's max damage to start with, and then we take the first roll and add that. So it's 8 fire damage from the first Scorching Ray, and then the second one, that's 2d6, so max damage for it would be 12, and we add a 7 to that, making it 19, so total of 27 fire damage to Malafane from Scorching Ray.
Fuck! I make the sound of booing noises.
53 minus... I'm sorry, you said 20...
27, I believe.
Alright.
Mal, kick your ass again!
Hope you're enjoying this. I know I am.
Yep.
Is Malafane Lithos' whip still in the sky?
Has
it been an hour?
It's been more than an hour.
Oh, man.
I'd like to ritually cast that.
All right, that's going to be another 10 minutes.
Never mind. Fine.
Malafane looks at the sky and smiles. It's like, okay, he's having a blast.
You're holding back, aren't you?
And what if I am? Isn't this
Then that's
happening?
not fair! I'm using everything I've got and you're holding back! I don't want you to hold back! Give me everything you've got, you coward!
I'm not being a coward. I'm just trying to show you I'm not trying to be mean. I don't do this to upset you, Momo.
Then give me everything you've got.
You sure?
Do I sound like I'm sure?
Well, I apologize for before then. Malafane runs up. He strikes him with his blade.
Momo's flying again.
Oh, fuck. Well,
Even
I
then
guess
it wouldn't
we're doing...
hit.
I keep forgetting that. Oh!
So after this dramatic speech about fine, no holding back, you pull back a shot on the rogue bow. The arrow just slumps down and drops to the ground in front of you.
Malafane, what the fuck was that? Mama's gonna do like a flip and then kick him right in the back.
Okay.
Acrobatics? Or like just roll a 20 for damage?
Talons attack since you are a bird and you have an air conquered talons. That's a hit, yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. Momo, you with tremendous magical power use everything you have to fly up to Malafane and scratch him with your talons. Dink!
Well, you tried. I can't fault you for that.
Yeah, so did you.
I was trying.
Play to your strengths, Momo.
Yay.
That is a hit.
I use combat tactics, so I guess I'm just doing regular damage. Oh well.
Sneak attack.
Yep.
22 damage total to Momo.
There. How's that for you then? Not
Cherry.
holding back anymore.
Shit!
Now we can actually take this fight seriously.
Mom's gonna take a second and cast Cure Wounds on himself.
Okay, that's an action.
Actually, how long does the effect of chill touch last?
Yeah, it's already gone. It's
It's
until
gone.
the end of your next turn, I think.
Hey. Hey,
What?
wanna see something cool?
Sure.
1d10 plus 4.
I can do that too.
That's a bonus.
It is
Yep.
13.
That is, no, that's 9.
Oh, I can read.
And is he in the air again, or is he...
He's in the air.
Okay, so he goes... Now then!
That's just barely a hit.
Can't... Wait, yep.
Alright. So that's 22 damage to Momo again.
He's down.
Now that you're not holding back, you just notch an arrow, knock Momo out of the sky, and he falls to the ground with a whump. You hear the moans of several very disappointed observers as they pass around gold to Saint Anulad.
Just a station, everyone's like, you get like, woo, yeah, go ball!
Curlin, like, silently goes over to Momo, heals him 5 lay on hands to get him up and pulls him up to his feet.
Thanks.
Malphane kind of, like, lowers his guard and kind of just offers a smile that is actually genuine and, like, not sarcastic at all. I'm sorry. Genuinely, I am. You know, I wouldn't do anything to hurt you guys intentionally.
He kind of wipes his... I know. I'm sorry. I held this grudge against you. It's just... Some of the things you do are super frustrating. And
Kind of deserved it.
I know some things I know some
Easy
things
there.
some of the things I do are frustrating too, so I don't really have a...
We all make mistakes. We're only gonna learn from them if we keep going.
Life is too short to hold grudges.
Indeed.
Fuck it is.
No. He opens his arms and just says, "Are you gonna leave me hanging?"
Momo pushes himself up and kind of wraps a arm around his mouth's shoulder.
I'll try to be more... I'll try to be... Yes. I'll try to be more considerate in the future.
And I'll try to be more forgiving.
Thank you.
We should spar again sometime. I need to get more practice.
That sounds good. I'd like that. Now then. On that note, can you please take that thing off out of the sky?
It's already gone.
It's not there.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Oh, I thought he recasted it.
Speaking of Scam Likely, though, we're gonna go over to him as he heads down towards the Enchantry, seeing the Okiti hard at work, working on a ring of some kind.
Alright, chumps, listen up.
The Okiti looks around, sees he's the only chump who is not named Scam Likely in there, and like instinctively salutes Scam Likely.
Alright, listen up. It has been brought to my attention that this is a place of magical craftsmanship.
That it is.
You're doing it wrong, let me help.
Okay.
Yeah, so just to reiterate my feature, which is it's called, I'll even put it in the chat for all to see. It's Magic Item Adept. Now I can attune to 4 items instead of 3, but also if you craft a magic item with a rarity of common or uncommon, it takes you a quarter of the normal time and it costs you half as much of the usual gold.
Ring of Mind Shielding is uncommon.
Yes, that works.
Mhm.
What was the crafting time on that?
10 days.
So a quarter of that is what, 2.5?
2.5, yeah.
2.5 days. And how much did that cost?
It costs 500.
All right, well,
Let's knock that down to 250. My friend, what's your name?
Torquilin.
Torquilin?
It's probably the accent you're hearing. Let me write it out for you.
Yeah, it is. Okay, Torquilin. Yeah, Torquilin. Okay, gotcha. Alright, Torquilin, I'm gonna show you how to cut corners efficiently.
I do like cutting corners, especially if they're efficient.
Yes, indeed. Hold on. You know what? Let me, real quick, just sending stones recharged. Momo, can you quickly ask Corellian if they want to wait 2.5 days before we leave? Wait, how many? Pause on the sending spell. How long have you been working on this?
Just started today.
So if I started working, would it only take a day and a half additionally?
The way I am keeping track of everything being built is I just subtract days. So with you working with Torquilin, you would subtract 8, and that would leave it with 2 days to go.
Okay. Does Corellian want to wait 2 more days so their ring can be done? I cast sending. That was to Momo. Can you fucking hear me on this thing? Tap, 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 tap.
He pulls it out, stumbling yes, hello, yeah.
Did you get the message I just sent you, Momo?
No, I didn't.
Fuck. Okay, the sending spell said, can you ask Corellian if they want to wait 2 more days for their ring to be done?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I was AFK for a second. Momo turns to Corellian. Scam wants to know if you want to wait, a day for the...
2 more days. 2 more. I said 2 more days.
2 more days for the ring to be done? Or...
Corellian sort of, looks around and then considers. I mean... don't know how long it'll take to get to, the lair and back. If everyone else is willing to wait 2 days, then I'd be down. Opinions?
I'm okay.
I'm alright with it.
And out of character, I'm fine with that. If I figure we can probably just fast forward through those days.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah. Alright. Momo pings Scam back and says, everyone's willing to wait a couple more days.
Alright, great. So, Kaylin, let's talk about this real quick, okay? Point out what you're doing wrong and how we can fix it.
Okay.
Furthermore, looking at the resources you've been allocated here, you only need about half of this, okay? So, what do you got, 500 gold for this?
Just about spent that much.
You can do this on 250, my dude.
Really?
Yeah, no, it's super easy. I'll show you here. Okay, so I split. I take 250 from the gold that was already spent. I'm like, okay, this can be reimbursed to the owner because that's nice like that, I assume. But we can make use of this 250. I'm going to take a 50 gold fee for my services, and I'll give Crowley 200 back. I'm sure they'll be okay with that. And yeah, let's do this.
All right. You get to work crafting the ring of mind shielding. Looking at any possible events that would happen at Batman's Hall, I'll fast forward as best I can through these next couple of days.
Could we assume that we're just overseeing construction or something?
Yeah, absolutely. There's enough of you that you could oversee all your construction projects, actually.
Sick.
Great.
Okay.
I will make an executive decision and say yes.
Excellent. In that case, I will also say that at the end of the night, payout from the merchants is finished. And your share comes in at... I am not factoring in the tavern for this because the tavern accounting office was just bought, but it will be factored in next time. 90 gold pieces come in from merchant buying stuff.
How's that getting split?
I think it is. All of us get 90.
Oh, all of us get 90.
No.
No, I was gonna say.
Oh.
No, I was gonna say there's no way.
No.
So it's
All right.
95 ways then.
Divided by 5. That's
18 each.
11. Oh.
Okay, 18 each. Cool. Sounds good to me.
Cool.
I'll put my 18 back into maintenance, and
cool.
I'll put 5 platinum in for maintenance as well.
All right. In that case, I'll just bump it up to... You're doing great in terms of days. Then, end of the first night, Scam, as you head down to sleep, I'm going to pull up the spooky Dreamtime music. Oh boy.
Oh, fun. Oh,
wait, me? Oh no,
Yeah.
fuck, what the fuck's about to happen? No!
Yeah.
Alright. You wake up in a scene that's vaguely familiar and yet not. The last you can remember of your little goblin band 30 or so years ago, back when the war was going on. You are heading to the east towards what you thought would be greener pastures than the ones you had when you heard it. The roar from what felt like far away, but in seconds was so very, very near, as this great shadow swooped over you, completely darkening the sky, and following it, fire and death raining down. The smell struck you afterwards, the smell of goblin flesh bubbling and boiling as bones snapped and cracked under the fury and fire of a dragon's breath. And in the middle of the carnage, you, looking at everyone you knew, just disappearing to ash and dust, as you look up again and see Dragatha fly away. But unlike what you remember, this time Dragatha circles back. This time, Dragatha lands before you, scattering the ashes of your fallen family and friends. Dragatha stares deep into your eyes, approaches, and you hear him say, "I believe you have something that belongs to me."
Has anyone ever told you that your breath is terrible?
Why don't you give me a more satisfactory evaluation? He opens his mouth, and another stream of fire and death heads straight for you, and you wake up to the sounds of construction.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, hate that.
All right.
All right, yeah, I know.
Cool.
I'm just gonna sit in bed for a while and stare at the wall.
Sounds like a plan to me.
No, yeah, it stares and just like looks at his burned, mangled arm for a while, and then just goes, "Fuck."
All right.
And scene.
And scene. Rest of the day passes relatively without incident. Scouting party gets on a boat over by the docks and starts sailing out to the Heartland, while another one heads for Dragatha's lair. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, they're almost there, yeah. And the day is mostly quiet until right after dinner, Carillion, you receive a message in your head from Sending. It's kind of hard to hear because there's a lot of screaming and unearthly cries in the background. And you hear whoever sending the message saying, "We found him! Oh god, we found him! He's down here! He's found him! Please! Do not look into this any further!" And then silence.
Oops.
You have found Rankol's lair.
Oh. I was close.
Fuck. So we can just go like nip this in the bud right now.
No. And then, seconds later, you hear another voice in your head. This one, much more familiar. "I'm glad to see that you've been making some new friends, Corellian Bellas. I've made some of my own. Rest assured, should you try anything else, they will know about you."
question. Is it possible to just not respond to sending? Like,
It
not
is entirely
have
possible to
send?
not respond to sending.
Sick. That's exactly what I'm gonna do.
All right.
We were right!
I cannot believe we actually did it.
That's amazing.
I could kind of guess.
Right.
Holy
I'm
shit.
gonna have to talk to Bart and make some arrangements concerning that scouting party there.
I'll put up a help wanted list for new scouting members. Employment benefits. None.
Employment benefits. There are plenty. Just don't go out into Lake Gile.
Wrangle's Lair. Yeah, don't do that. That's not good.
Don't die.
Yeah,
Don't
so
do it.
Carlin is basically just gonna go to Bert and see if he can make some arrangements as to either compensation to like their families or something, if they had them, that sort of thing.
Bert, as you relay the news, he stares, nods a little bit, puts a hand up to his forehead, is quiet.
I never would have sent them out there if I thought that would happen.
I'm gonna need some time to balance the books.
Yeah, just as always, whatever you need, just let me know.
Well, I'm all packed for Port Miranda. Woo!
Oh my god!
Why is everyone?
Oh,
why is
God.
everyone somber?
Well, we've made progress.
We found Benko.
Oh, that's the mind flayer.
Yeah.
He was one of the guys of the booth.
Let me guess. Yeah, they're all dead. The scouting party. Hey, yikes!
Well, I hope you all
All right.
Hope you
Well.
study up on your deep speech.
I am not actually, but I will maybe learn. Any hoodles, who's ready to go to Port Miranda? Oh yeah, Corellian, here's your ring. I tossed
It's
it
not done yet.
casually. Ah, fuck! I thought we were at day 2. Fuck. Okay.
Not quite yet.
Ah, my bad. Okay, I misunderstood.
Well,
Are
give
there
it
any
another
books
day.
about-
We should be fine.
Another day passes.
Are there any books about deep speech in the library?
Probably can't learn an entire language in a whole day.
You will not be able to learn a language through any books that are in the library.
No. I didn't
Malafin
think I
can
would.
technically learn a language in a day, but not really.
You
I
can
actually have.
you can go up to you can go up to Rankle and ask Donde está el baño?
Yeah,
Hold on, I have the pocket guide to deep speech. Let me just find the right page.
pretty
I
much.
have a spell that lets me learn a new language.
I
Temporarily.
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 It lets you wait. What's the spell called?
Tongues.
Yeah, it lets you speak all languages for the duration of the spell. We don't learn new.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
if you
can't
want to
believe-
learn, you can just ask me.
Okay.
Learning languages takes a while.
It takes
I
a
know
while.
it takes a while. That's what I was hoping to do. Learn the language.
I can't believe Momo knows how to become one with Gene Simmons.
I don't know.
No, you don't even get brownie points for that joke.
No.
You don't. Wasn't even clever.
I thought it was clever.
If maybe like an alter self where they got a really long tongue, then yeah, but for just no brownie points. You're going in the hole.
Going.
Which one?
All of the holes.
The hole that we originally had has kind of been.
I don't want to think about the implications of that.
Yeah, moving on from that
Well,
one.
that's your own fault.
Moving on from that, it is the next day. Congratulations, you've got your Ring of Mind shielding.
Woo, now let's go.
All right, hey, Corellian, just making sure. You know the dangers of this thing, right?
Jers.
I assume that because I helped make it, I know all the properties of it, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. Well, I mean, like, you do know that if you die, your soul will be trapped in the ring, right?
What?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
I mean, that's
now-
not a bad thing.
Okay, hold on. Let me pull out the terms and conditions. Hold on. Let me just flip through the manual. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
How
So
big is that thing?
if you die, don't worry about it. If you die while wearing this ring, your soul will enter it, and you can choose if you want to pass on or stay in the ring. So I mean, maybe it's not really a danger, but yeah. And then I don't know. So just letting you know, just make sure you're aware of the fact that hey, you can die and your soul will be nice and kept safe. I gave it a little soul pocket for you.
Brilliant.
So
Listen,
it-
I know you said that you
So
really
it
don't
wouldn't
have...
be something that would prevent, say, resurrection. Or something.
Oh, not at all. It would just yeah, you'd be fine.
You were saying, Melvin?
You know what? We'll talk about it later.
There isn't going to be a later. We're setting out soon.
Yeah, might as well air the dirty laundry now before we head back on the road. Speaking of Malphite, give me your shoes.
Okay, but why? As it starts
I'm
taking...
yanking them off of him.
Whoa! Ah! What? Hang on. Okay, wait. I don't need to make a save for that, do I?
No, you don't. I'm just taking your
Okay.
shoes.
Okay. Whoa! Wait. Why? Hang on. What?
He's going
I-
to do
I-
something
I-
for you.
Yeah.
I will have spent last night just making sure everyone's shoes are good to go after I
Yay.
finish with the ring. So that way we can just walk 10 hours today.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So out of character, I legitimately don't remember what those were supposed to do. Can you refresh?
Oh,
me?
just when I use my cobbler's tools, I can improve the quality of our shoes. Just let us travel for an extra 10 hours a day without pushing exhaustion.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it'll just help us travel, cover more ground in a day. Yeah. Hack the planet.
Hack the planet. Alright. Having successfully enchanted the shoes, you head out into the world map to head over to Port Miranda.
Not getting covered for the library again. I'm getting fired.
Mama kind of
Can I actually, like-
shoulder? Would you happen to know anything about? Yeah, I don't know, teaching deep speech.
Well, I
Or-
can. I did learn it during a very, very weird phase.
Would you teach it to me?
I mean, I could try. The problem is it's a very complicated language.
I'm willing to put in the time.
Well, you'd have to commit. I mean,
I
it
can
took
commit.
me up close to about maybe 2 years to learn it completely.
I'm willing to take that.
Okay. Well,
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, Malphane would like to check through scam stuff for a certain bow.
Good luck. It's in my bag of holding, and I'm holding that within a death grip
Cool. Sleight of hand.
against my -2 wisdom. I know.
Right, here we go. Why do we still have that checked off? Here we go. Sleight of hand. Here we go.
Yeah. My passive wisdom's an 8, fuckhead.
Malphane just grabs it and just gives it to Momo. I believe this is yours.
I forgot about that. He kind of just like reaches over, smiles, and like.
He smirks with a cocked eyebrow. He's like, don't think I didn't notice.
Sorry.
Hey, can you guys keep it down back there? I'm trying to focus on something.
Alright.
Sorry.
Meanwhile, Quintessa, having learned her lesson the first time, goes to get someone to watch the library for her.
cool.
All
What
right.
do I get?
You get Yelkin. He is the elf who is Maggie's assistant. He's not doing anything else.
Good. Don't burn the books and we're all good.
Why would I do that?
You never know.
Okay.
If you want kindling, use the tables.
Out of character. We got the most astute mind here at Baton Rance Hall to take care of the library. Hey, Snorn, come on down!
You cannot, in fact, get Chicken Bait to watch the library. He already has a job.
Aw.
Damn. Oh, well.
As amazing as it would be to have Chicken Bait looking over the library. All right.
Come on, Alex. Okay, this is my time.
You head out, and as you head down the road towards Port Miranda, you pass by some farmlands with plumes of smoke coming out from them.
Guys, look.
Concept, we keep walking.
Oh, that was quick. Fuck. Maybe.
Listen, you guys, time is of the essence here. We can't stop for every major sacking and pillaging along the way.
It's true, but if this is the land surrounding ours, then this might be a problem.
Okay, how about Momo flies up, takes a look, reports back on the sending stone. Yeah,
That works.
Yeah, I can do that.
great.
Momo's gonna fly up and scan the surroundings to see what's going on.
All right. Momo, it looks like livestock and a bunch of farmers have been dragged out into fields and cut into pieces. There's also a banner with some writing on it, written in Okiti.
Oh!
Ooh, I know a little bit of that language.
We ain't fucking there.
Oh no. I fly back down with like this grim expression.
Momo, you didn't use the sending stone. What'd you see? What'd you see?
It's the Okiti.
What, are they dead or something?
They slaughtered people. They slaughtered cattle and farmers, and they left a banner.
What the fuck?
Are you certain it was them?
It was Okiti writing. I couldn't mistake it.
Okay. How far away?
Not very far.
Just about that way.
Any of you can read Okiti?
No.
I can read a little.
Be my guest. Have a look. I'll stay right here and watch the road.
I go with Mal to guide him.
I'll go too.
I'll hang back with Scan then.
Okay.
It's just you and me, Corellian.
Some rats are gonna die.
You head through the smoke onto the farmland and over to the banner. From what you can read, Amalphane, it says, "This is a historic site where Commander Krenny Nakata was promoted for his putting down a pathetic human rebellion of farmhands against the might of the Okiti."
It says historic, but this is not a character, sorry. It says historic, but you said, does this look recent?
It looks very recent.
He mutters under his breath, historic.
Those filthy little rats.
Hey, we don't talk like that.
Quintessa, the human, looks at you. Sorry.
Let's go back and tell the others.
Fine.
Welcome back. What's up?
Yeah, that was them, all right. They killed some farm folk.
And the banner?
Something about a commanding officer. Wait, okay, this is me forgetting how it was pronounced.
Krenny Nakata.
Krenny Nakata, thank you.
Well, some peace you've made with them.
Sounds troubling. Alright, so, Shabuzi on down the road?
Yep.
Great. Hey, Momo, how far away are we from Port Miranda?
Not too much farther.
Can you just take a quick aerial view to make sure that it too is not on fire?
Sure.
Port Miranda is not on fire.
Great, to Port Miranda!
The rest of the journey goes very, very smoothly, and you make it into Port Miranda.
Guys, hold on, before we go in there, you might see some really ugly shit.
Just try.
We know.
If things get real bad, do you have my back? I didn't exactly leave Port Miranda exactly welcome in the city by most people.
Been there. Some more details. Anything to expect?
Just that, listen, we're gonna go talk to my ex. I think we should do that first, get the worst of it out of the way. I will try to get in the door, and I will try to... I'm not going to be doing all the talking. You guys have... This is your experiences. But I'll just mostly be there to try to bargain my way with factoids of, hey, we're about to make a fucking of money in magical gear. I know that is your purview, so maybe you'd be interested.
What exactly are you trying to get out of her?
Yeah.
Her help, resources, and potential allyship, because I think it might be good to have sponsorship.
Alright.
What level of resources are we talking?
You'll see. You'll see. Alex? Yeah, I know. I'd like to walk to the last place I know of regarding my ex's location.
All right. You pass through the streets of Port Miranda, getting a couple dirty looks from people as you go. Passing.
Does Sam see anyone he recognizes as he's walking through the streets?
Yeah, a couple.
He just smiles and flips them the bird as he keeps walking.
They flip the bird right back and go back to working on construction projects. Mostly a lot of reinforcing existing houses, putting up catapults on very sturdy-looking roofs, and trying to put them on not sturdy-looking roofs that just get fucked up as they try.
Malifane makes sure to keep at least 25-30 feet distance. Just in case. It's like, I don't know who this person is.
Alright. And eventually you get into the heart of the city, to the Tinkers Guild headquarters.
No.
Come on, let's just get this over with.
No,
walk inside.
No, there's no... You don't mean to tell...
You step through the gates of the Tinkers Guild. The gnome receptionist automatically starts talking as you walk in. Well, if you're looking for Paulette, you're in luck. She cut a vacation short, then... The receptionist looks up, sees Scam Likely, immediately goes wide-eyed.
Hi! I'm back!
Paulette is not your ex, is she?
No freaking way! Are you serious?
Yeah, no shit, she's the fucking head of the guild, dipshit.
What?
Yeah.
You dated Paulette?
No, I dated Paulette. Past tense, she's my ex.
How long
I said
ago?
dated.
About 3 years ago.
How long for?
A few years.
The receptionist moves her hand down towards a button on the desk, leans over. It's him. It's, the shitbag.
Malifane smirks and just says, I'm okay with this.
A few seconds pass.
Crumley will sort of lean over towards the receptionist desk and sort of...
A few seconds pass, and then you hear a buzz, and Paulette's voice echo. Bring out the spiders.
Paulette, I'm here to talk to you. Listen, okay? Just fucking let me in.
Must have been a bad breakup. Jesus.
You have no idea.
Alright, a door opens towards the back, and two giant clockwork... They can vaguely be described as spiders. Drop to the ground before you and stare you down. They're at least twice the size of a man. With multiple eyes, several spinning bladed limbs, and what looks like flamethrowers mounted on them.
Do you really want to do this, Paulette? Okay, look. I'm shouting around. Look, I'm here for business and important reasons that will financially fucking just let us talk for a
Your
minute,
business sense is shit and you're a shitbag! Scam!
Okay, well, don't. Yes, I know. This is right where we fucking left off, Paulette. Okay, but I'm here with people that you
This is why you didn't give me any reason to go anywhere else. You just fucking left, and it's like, where do you go after breaking all my shit? Apparently here, and then you're like, oh hey, I got another business venture.
Oh no, my mic cut out. Hold on, sorry. Hold on, wait, my internet's.
Oh fuck!
Okay, I'm back. I sorry. I didn't hear anything.
The old microphone
spoke.
Scam.
No. I said. Did you hear what I just said?
Yeah. We were both shouting at the same time, and it was hilarious.
Yeah. Great. Okay. You kicked me out after I fucked up, and then banned me for life. Okay. All things considered, I think we are even. But listen, this is important, Paulette. I'm here with people that you apparently know.
The spiders get very close with scything bladed looks.
Listen, I'm just... Paulette, there's a fuck ton of money and magical goods in it for you if you let us up.
Does somebody else want to speak?
No, this is far too entertaining.
I agree.
Make a persuasion roll, Scam.
Persuasion roll?
Yes.
Okay, I can do that, I guess. Can I very quickly just go... wait, did I prepare the spell for today? Did I? Oh no, please tell me I prepared the spell for today. I did! Can I just sigh, bring out a syringe, and just get stab it in my neck and cast Enhance Ability with Eagle Splendor to give me advantage on charisma checks?
Sure, why not?
That tickles. I'm gonna cast that.
Oh boy, are we gonna have Scamio Likely versus the world again?
Okay, and then this is... persuasion, you said?
Persuasion, yes.
Persuasion, here we go. 23!
Alright.
I inject myself, I just try to go, Paulette, our personal issues aside, I come here strictly on business. Could you please put the blade spiders away so we can talk about business and money gains?
As you mentioned the potential for a lot of money, the spider legs suddenly stop, land on the floor next to either side of you with a tink tink.
Aww.
Well, I can see why you two work well together.
There is a buzz. Listening?
Can we come up?
No.
God damn it.
Hi, Paulette. Sorry about Scam. Didn't know that you were acquainted. How was Merdeal?
Bad! Also, your guild dues are due.
Sorry, what was the last thing you said?
Your guild dues are due.
I got those for you. Scam wasn't pulling your leg when he said a lot of money. Dragon lair.
I lean in.
So he is still an asset, and I apologize.
Yes, Miss Evelyn. Listen, God damn it, Paulette, I found Dragotha's lair. Let us up so we can talk about this in person. I mean, in private.
I can hear you from here, dipshit.
Yeah, but there's other people listening to me.
They can listen to you. Let's see how honest Scam fucking Likely is.
Molo leans down to Corellian. I wonder what shit they got into.
I am highly entertained, but...
Paulette, Corellian, would you like to speak for a minute?
Yeah, actually, I would.
Yeah.
Scam is, surprisingly, telling the truth, and we have it on good authority. And I sincerely apologize for bringing him directly to the doorstep. And by sincerely, I mean sincerely, I had no idea. But he suggested that you would be very interested in what would be found at the lair, and would also be willing to assist in facilitating an expedition to retrieve said things from the lair.
And furthermore, might I add, there's also a...
Say, didn't you say something about you not doing the talking?
Alphane, you can just shut the fuck up.
In short, Paulette, it would be very nice to talk to you in person, and I do promise to keep a little tight leash.
There is a buzz and a chunk 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 as stairs appear from nowhere, folding down and landing right in front of you, Corellian.
do you know? Your advice was sound, man.
I hate her so much. I straighten my tie, tuck it, and I'm going to magically tinker myself to smell just really fucking good. Cologne. Specifically her
Paulette.
favorite smell.
Aw, you're an asshole.
I knew you were gonna do that.
Before we go up the stairs, Corellian sort of like slings an arm over Scam's shoulders, and like their claw is like on your opposite shoulder, and boy howdy is Corellian holding on really fucking tight. They just sort of look over to you and grin. They have sharp teeth.
Joke's on you, I'm into all of this.
Scamuel,
Yeah.
you're gonna let me talk.
Yeah.
It's gonna be business only.
I can't. Yeah, maybe.
It fucking better be.
Can I at least do some small talk?
After we negotiate, and preferably after we come back from Dragotha's lair.
Or what?
No. Or what?
You don't
Scam. I am an inquisitor, isn't that right?
Is that a promise?
You've seen what this work can do.
Is that a promise?
Corellian just does one last squeeze on your shoulder. It kinda hurts. And then
Okay.
heads up the stairs.
Joke's on you. I'm into that.
What a
Up
sad man you are.
All right. You head upstairs into Paulette Tlinkwistle's office. She is busy polishing what looks like a pocket watch, looks up at you as you enter, sniffs the air. Ah! I see you still have that cheap cologne.
Yeah, and I know you still love it, so don't even pretend.
Scam.
I look around the room. I
Yeah.
see you got it back together.
That I did! It took no small amount of work. Could have really used some help, but apparently you're too good for that.
To be fair, you kicked me out after it happened, so I couldn't even.
Scamuel, what
I
the
wanted it.
fuck
No,
did
I'm
you
just
say
saying.
about
I'm
small
just saying.
things?
I'm just saying, you didn't want to do friggin' anything after you blew up the entire friggin'... And finally, you interrupt their yelling match.
Knock him with hilts non-lethally.
Don't.
Mrs.
Talk again, and it'll actually hit you.
Okay, pleasure to meet you, Paulette.
Who are you?
I'm Quintessa Krina.
Oh,
Rental librarian.
Yeah.
Malphane's fiance. Anyway,
Hello again.
Paulette, glad to see that you're in good health. First off, Carlin will sort of approach and pass over. I will give her, I'll say 3 platinum. That should pay up my guild dues plus some good fan.
yeah, that'll work, she says, sliding it into a pouch that just disappears after she puts it in and closes the pouch.
Now, our mutual acquaintance
Nice game.
here.
I know your name, dipshit.
I kind of
Yeah, you
swipe
do.
Scam's head, like the back of his head, go like,
Yeah, you
This
do.
is fun.
You said it a lot of times, didn't you? Anyway, I just mumble that to myself.
and now I just punch him in the shoulder.
Ow!
Stop talking.
As much of a dipshit as he is good for a few things. One of those being mounting expeditions and finding places that shouldn't be found. And we have narrowed down the spots there. He's been there before, believe it or not. I didn't first. But, well, let's just say he had enough evidence to back that up. So, he suggested that you would be interested in partaking or having a share in said expedition. Is he lying about that too?
Well, supposing that you do somehow manage to find Dragotha's lair and come back from there with all your parts intact, I would enjoy taking a little look at whatever it is. At the very least, it would be money, and money is good at funding and keeping a roof over my head. All that being
Corellian
said,
sort of
of course, I will, of course, be getting equal share of me and the guild. That is, be getting an equal share of Dragata's treasure. What exactly do you want from me about it?
Carlin sort of holds up a claw and then swivels around to look at Scam. Does the whole, like, Scam look at me. So, Scamuel, if we were to mount an expedition, what exactly would be necessary?
Anyone ever tell you your eyes are like really green?
Yes, actually.
Okay. Well, last time I did the expedition, I can't remember most of it, but we need traveling gear, probably some various types of climbing equipment, safety equipment, camping supplies, we need tents, probably some carts, some beasts of burden, at least for the large stretch. Once we get to the mountainous terrain, I imagine things will be a bit more difficult. And because Scam is actually technically smarter than me, Xander, Scam will then relay the exhaustive list of expeditionary supplies that would be required for this undertaking. As well as if you can procure it some specifically crafted boxes and containers for the purposes of holding on to dangerous magical artifacts.
She slowly nods. Well, a lot of that sounds like just shit you can go to the market and buy with a couple of gold, but,
Yeah, what I'm saying is I'm short on that, and I want you to invest. I throw up in my mouth a little bit. I want you to invest in this business venture so you can get... I look at Krillin, do I have to say these words?
Yes.
So you can get half.
Malphite lowers his rapier.
And furthermore, this is more for their interest. Oh, excuse me 1 second. But this is more for their interest than my own. Listen, there's a war on. Things are getting really wibbly-wobbly. There may have been some fuckery done that's put us in a pretty nasty predicament. And we're looking for allies and aides to bolster our forces so we can put an end to the true cause behind this conflict. Some fucked up mind flayer. Listen, that's an aside, but this is an act of goodwill, Paulette, okay?
You saw what they did to Sidney. We don't want that happening with Dragata.
She sighs, looks back to Scam. So half, you say?
Yep, because that's what you said, and I am in no position. Are you sure you can't do like at least like 40%?
She said equal shares.
No. Now I heard half, and half is sounding like a much better deal for me if you want all this shit.
No, absolutely. I'm making sure he knows that he fucked up.
What?
Wait, smile.
There's a difference?
Yeah! I was assuming you'd split whatever shit's down there, but if I get half of all of it, then that's great for me.
I'd like to renegotiate the terms of our agreement.
I'm sure you would, Scam, likely! I'm sure you would!
Would it be sweeter for you to take the entirety of Scam's share?
What?
Make a persuasion roll, Corellian.
Yes, sir.
Paulette quickly nods. I get my share and Scam share, and we'll call it a deal.
Perfect.
What the fuck? I'm the one who found the layer.
Corellian turns to Scam and just puts one claw on your shoulder, and then the other claw just holds it up to their mouth. Shh. We'll talk later, Scam.
I can hear you.
Thank you. Now, if we can continue and let the adults talk.
Don't worry, I put.
Yes.
I kind of like.
You would both get your share and Scat's share.
This is fucking bullshit.
Momo pulls him back and just kind of puts his arm around his shoulder and starts like patting him, like it's okay, it's alright. It's okay, it's alright.
Right. Well, it'll take me around a day or so to get all that prepared, so you might want to spend the night in Port Miranda, come back, you'll have your shit.
Oh.
Any number of inns and taverns around Port Miranda?
The one
Well,
we
we can always
usually
go back to-
stay at isn't really in business anymore. Any recommendation?
All the inns and taverns you personally blacklisted me from?
Yeah!
God, Paulette, you're incredible.
I know. I know.
We'll get it sorted out. Any recommendations?
I really prefer the Windy Horses, but that's members only, and I've got the card. You probably don't. I don't know. Maybe try the Tall Snakes.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you very much, Paulette.
Of course, of course. Looking forward to the fruits of a splendid relationship, but not with you.
I have a feeling this is going to be a beautiful relationship.
You...
Let's not overstay
Side-eyes
our welcome.
Hey, Paulette.
Scam down this.
No, wait, I just want to say one more thing.
No,
She presses a button. Send out the spiders.
God, you're hot.
I fucking bolt for the exit.
Oh my god.
Ah! No, God, no, fuck!
This is the part where you run away.
And so Scam runs out of the Tinker's Guild, chased by colossal metallic spiders.
Those are really fucking sick.
That was beautiful.
Mm-hmm. And you head out. I'm assuming you all gather around the tall snakes.
Yes?
Cool. You open the door there and immediately can see, oh wait, this is a brothel. It just looks and smells like a brothel.
Oh no!
Ooh.
Krellin
Wow.
immediately turns on their heel.
I
take it
walk
back, this is-
inside.
I take it back. This was a terrible idea.
Yeah. You walk inside the brothel. All of you who are outside hear screams and then a crash as Scam likely is tossed outside through the window.
Fuck! It's been 3 years. I'm still blacklisted. No what? I don't need your business. You don't need my business. My business is too good for your business. I got glass in my elbow. Fine.
Mama's never been.
Oh yeah! Bringing the boat child into a brothel.
He's an adult.
Well, I
Mama's
mean,
been.
like, he goes like, what? Covers his eyes immediately. I mean, Mal, if you want, I'm willing to pay for a room.
I don't know. Not really.
Oh, it's been a while.
Excuse me?
Eyebrow raise.
On that note, I'm gonna go find some other accommodations. Come on,
Oh,
Scam, let's
shit.
go find
Coming with
something.
you, coming with you.
Sounds good.
Wait, no, I was gonna put myself in the bag. I had a whole plan.
You can't breathe
I
in
do
that.
not even want to know that plan.
Grillian, you don't understand. I am banned from every establishment in Port Miranda.
Where the fuck is this side of you been?
3 years ago, dead in the ground.
I
I
mean,
wasn't
we could,
talking to you. I mean, good
Yes,
to
we-
know.
I guess actually, yeah, we can smuggle you into some place.
Are there would we be able to maybe find establishments that have opened in the years since Scam has been banned?
There's make an investigation check.
Ooh, I got this.
Thank you.
Let's see. Investigation. Oh.
Okay.
No.
Add a
don't even
superiority
know that.
die.
I'm gonna add it anyways.
Do it.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Nice.
You know of a place called Ye Old Badger that's fairly recent and a raucous dive bar that likely would not care how many times you've been banned from it.
Honestly, my kind of place.
For the sake of time and expediency, I'll say you all go to Ye Old Badger. It is 5 silver a night. And you go to sleep amidst the sound of raucous screaming and fights from downstairs. And that's where we're gonna end the session. Release the spiders! We'll see you all next week for getting stuff and then starting the expedition to Dragatha's lair. Bye-bye!
Bye, guys.
Bye.